his closet, I found some of his meat rockets. I strapped it to my shoes and then I flew through the roof. I found myself in orbit strapped to an F-16. High on amphetamine with Trump in between. Put on a light coat of baby oil and saluted the troops. He tapped me on the shoulder and said, "This is gonna be it." Whoa, wait. Stop. What? I'll get my files. Wait, what are you doing? Stop. Hold on. Fucking stop. Dude, come on. Seriously. My mom's an alcoholic. Oh, give me oh my God. Damn it. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in them bets, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in them bets, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Round 3. Down goes Nino. Please say it isn't so. Got him backed up on the ropes, trying to ram it down his throat. Now things are getting rocking. He was doing so well. It's all over. Hands on his shoulders, they ringing his bell. You got Frog News Network doing no damn research. They rework and copy on cocks that came first. 9th inning, 2nd string, and they acting like they know hitters. Assholes throwing bullshit, sending runs to the shitter. All this nonsense on my conscience, it's hard to sleep at night. Who the fuck is in my window with this time of the night? These parasites, all their secret meetings, teaching all you fucking cretins about baby.
What's up?
Even in reason with no meaning is bullshit. Will Bird motherfuckers out here busting the grifts. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in them bets, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in them bets, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet.
You don't have those guts, cause you're a pussy. You're a pussy wearing aviator glasses in your mother's basement, and I won't even give out your dime store handle, because that's really pathetic.
Oh, trying to get everything set up. We're on the backup channel.
See this particular show, you don't have
Won't let them win. Uh-oh.
this planet by name and tell them exactly who they are and tell them the
We'll
rest.
probably be expecting a visit from one Mr. Snaggy, who is not blocked on this channel yet.
Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in them bets.
Give me just a second. I'm getting everything set up here.
Buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in them bets, you know that stage is set.
Everything should be the same. We just won't really have a bot tonight because I didn't go through and set that shit up.
I came equipped with a quick wit and a 6th sense for the stupid shit. Where my true believers? Y'all need Jesus. Praise the Lord, head to the extreme. All these false fucking prophets who profit off of gossip. Worshiping Trump's cock and begging for a throat deposit. Swinging fucking
Oh, I know what I do need to do is change the description. Hold on just a second.
starving for attention, I'ma make your gut burst. I'll be your huckleberry, I can quench that thirst. Baby.
Sorry to be we'll be starting just a little bit late. I gotta get all this stuff updated from we're on a new channel, I guess.
5G towers, cause you told him if he did, he get fucking superpowers. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in them bets, you know that stage is set. You better buck.
Copy. Alright, where's the description? There it is. Shift insert. It's a public video. Entertainment. No, it's not made for kids. Let's get it. Save.
You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. I used to find clues too when I was high on shrooms. I found myself a tunnel that led to Jason. Open his closet, I found some of it.
Alright, let me fire up D-Live and Facebook. If there's anybody over there, we'll go ahead and get them going.
16, high on amphetamine, with Trump in between. Put on a light coat of baby oil and saluted the troops. He tapped me on the shoulder and said, "This is gonna be it." Whoa, wait. Stop. What? I'll get my files. Wait, what are you doing? Stop. Hold on. Fucking stop. Dude, come on. Seriously. My mom's an alcoholic. Oh, give me oh my God. Damn it. Here we go, I think I started some shit.
We're about to get it set up. What's up, guys? Welcome.
You know that stage is set.
We are on the backup YouTube channel, so it's taking me just a second to get started.
Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in them that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Round 3. Down goes Nino. Please say it isn't so. Got him back to
early to be late. It's
It's all over. Hands on his shoulders, they ringing his bell.
let me share this on Facebook.
No damn research, they be working copy on Cox that came first. 9th inning, second string, and they acting like they know hitters. Assholes throwing bullshit shit and runs to the shit.
I've got an announcement to make when we get started here.
Who the fuck is in my window with this time of the night? These
Bad news all around.
fucking cretins about baby eating heathens. Believing in reasons with no meaning is bullshit. Will Bird motherfuckers out here busting the grifts. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the bets, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Here we go, I think I started some.
I got my meat ticket target locked and loaded. Funniest show ever. Dude, last night's show was amazing. Now, it always seems like we come off one of the best shows we ever had straight into a band. That's always seems like it's what happens.
Your mother's basement, and I won't even give out your dime store handle because that's really pathetic.
The Meat Hammers salute.
But I can tell you this. Douchebag happens to see this particular show, you
Yeah, I've got an announcement to make.
call out the people on this planet by name and tell them exactly who they are and tell them the rest of the world who they are. You don't have the forking balls. You don't have the balls.
Okay, Scott. Here we go, I think I started some shit. It's about to get lit. Get the place.
All right, guys, here we go.
You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the bets, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. And they say that I'm a lunatic. Well, listen, bitch, I came equipped with a quick wit and a 6th sense for the stupid shit. Where my
Is this mic on here? Okay, this mic's on here, correct. Before we get started, I do have an announcement to make. First of all, I'm going to fix my microphone because I do not like this one. Add existing voice meter. Okay. Turn that one off. All right. First of all, I got an announcement to make. So, we've been banned from YouTube for 2 weeks. This is our second strike. Our second time we've been called out for picking on people. I want to issue a formal apology, but first I want to tell you what we're going to do from now on. Apparently they've won. They've won the battle. I don't think we're going to be able to keep making these videos. I honestly don't know what we're going to do. We got a 2-week ban. This is the backup channel, CBC Media. Also, we'll be expecting a visit from Snaggy. Apparently, he's still trying to find us all over the internet and tell people how stupid I am or some shit. So that should happen at some point tonight. But yeah, I would like to issue a formal apology to absolutely fucking no one. And we're going to keep the shows going. Fuck them.
This is gonna be it. Whoa. Wait. Stop. What? Files. Wait, what are you doing? It's it. Stop. Hold on. Fucking stop.
Fuck Scott McKay. That's what we're doing tonight. We're doing Scott McKay. I am Will Bird. Welcome to the Cold Beer Confessional. We're going to do what we do always. We got a 2-week ban, so we'll fucking do it over here, I guess. They said that because I was calling him out on his fucking bullshit, because I was saying exactly what they're fucking doing, the fact that they're lying to people, the fact that they're stealing money, and the fact that they're using this propaganda to fuck around with people, that I'm inciting an act of violence against them. I don't want anybody to be violent against them. I want them to stop being fucking douchebags. That's what I want to happen. I'm going to fucking lay it on harder. He's got these motherfuckers mass reporting me. I have 1,300 subscribers. I'm like barely a viable channel on YouTube. He's got hundreds of thousands, and they're coming to mass report my channel. Fuck him. Fuck him. We're going to keep going. That's what we're going to keep doing. Please share out this backup channel. I should have done a better job of sharing it before, but I honestly didn't think we had crossed the line at any point. The worst I said about the video that got reported, the worst thing I said was that his shirt was 2 sizes too small. That was it. Like the Grinch that stole Christmas. 2 sizes, too small. But it matters about numbers. That's what matters. How many people reported a video? How many people were upset about a video? How many people? All that stupid shit. So he sent hundreds of thousands of people to report it, and finally they took it down. I'm not out here trying to be violent to anybody. That's retarded. I don't want anybody to be violent, but we'll get off that and we'll watch one of his videos. I am Will Bard. This is the Cold Beer Confessional. Thank you for joining us. We will not have a bot tonight, so if you want to support the stream, make sure you like and share, follow the page, subscribe to this backup YouTube channel if you don't mind. It's CBC Charlie Bravo Charlie Media, CBC Media. That's the backup channel for when the main one goes down. And if you want to donate, you can just ask, but you can go to KULTKLUB.com, KULTKLUB. That's the one that triggers the animations. Oh, thank you, Zooted Suit, for the ice cream. Or you could go to... Listen how awesome this is. Another ice cream. He got 3 of them. Listen how awesome this is. I just found out that, you know how I've been sending you guys to buymeacoffee.com? They actually own the domain to buymeabeer.com. So if you go to buymeabeer.com/cold beer, it goes to my website too. So either buy me a coffee or buymeabeer.com/cold beer. That's the one where you don't have to sign in. One of them triggers the animations. Cult Club triggers all the animations. Buy me a beer. You don't have to sign in. Thank you very much for those donations. Those from Zooted Suit. I appreciate it. We're going to build back up. I can't lose that channel right now, at least until I get people to this channel. But we'll do what we can as we can, and we'll be here for 2 weeks. So you might as well share this channel or subscribe or whatever you're going to do. We'll be here for 2 weeks. And then we'll go back to the main channel. So I appreciate it. Like I said, thanks for joining us. That was Glimmer of Freak with a diamond. I appreciate it, man. They're out here trying to silence us. Scott McKay don't want people knowing the fucking truth. He knows how stupid he fucking sounds when he's out here telling people about 20 Asian women who weigh thousands of pounds running around having dinner with the prime minister. Like, he don't want people knowing the truth. So that's why he makes up this shit. We'll have Not News later, but Mariah and Ollie and Liam are actually out right now. It'll be a little bit before they get back. So we'll start off with one of his videos. I think this one right here was the one I was fucking around with today. Let's see, this is it. Yeah, it starts off in complete fucking silence. This is it. Let's see what he's talking about. Talking about sending more people my way to get me canceled, maybe? I believe in free speech as long as you don't call me out, and then I'm going to have you shut down.
In the greatest position of influence.
Here we go. This is his Tipping Point radio show.
Network. This is the free speech platform that has launched the Patriot Street Fighter Revolution. We started the show over a year ago. We have a lot of great hosts on this particular network, and the reason it exists, folks, or even voices like mine that can come as hard and as fast as we bring it, is because this platform,
it's hard and fast.
Listener. We have a worldwide reach and worldwide donors that when they're on the website, they can donate. At the top, you will see a donate tab there where you can join the family of supporters for Revolution Radio. Click
and
that
Debbie's, Ollie's been around. He's been coming in a little bit later than normal.
You can create a free Patreon account. And if you'd like to do snail mail like my dad would do, if you scroll to the bottom, you will see an email.
Oh, speaking of, I don't know if he'll be here tonight. But Joe, I went to the P.O. box today. There were packages, but I couldn't get them because the desk was closed. Usually they give me another key, and I go to where the other box is and get my package out. But they didn't do that today. They said I had to see somebody at the desk, and it was closed. So I'm going back in the morning. But they said I did get a letter from Joe and a donation and a very nice letter. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Or a mail address, a hard mail address for one of our producers, Terry Ackerman. And you can, of course, just send some snail mail. Make a check out to Revolution Radio. And this was...
You can't subscribe to his channel?
Folks, of where it all started here on Revolution Radio. So always grateful for what they have done for the free world that allows voices like mine to continue to project what we project around the world. So as far as all of our listeners out there, we bring an array of topics to you, things that we like to share with you about what's really going on out here in the world. And I've been digging through some information that I want to bring to your attention.
What we got here, Scott?
We're in a situation, folks, where I think we are at a climax point for what is about to happen in terms of the insanity of an ongoing lockdown of people wearing the masks. I think I mentioned here last week that we are in a state here in Texas where the
thank you very much. I think he's doing better. It won't send notifications. For Facebook. I don't even know how Facebook notifications work, to be honest with you. I don't know. Oh, I'm gonna troll his ass. He's on Patriot Street Fighter 8. There's several different ones, by the way. I guess I should have said this. Let me duplicate this tab, and I'll back up. There's several different channels. He actually currently has 8, which has 43,000 subscribers, and he has 7, which also has 71,000 subscribers. These 2 are his, but there's other ones that have the exact same. Let's filter this search. There's other ones that have the exact same profile picture, the exact same everything, and they're not him. See, like this one, this is 8 with 2,000 subs. That's not him. You want to look for the one with the most subs. So, and this one with 3,000. You want that one that's got 31,000. You can subscribe to it. And 9, that's not his. That's not his either. It's got 16,000 subscribers, and it's not his. That 7 is not his. This 7 is. The 71,000. So you really got to look at the numbers. They're using his profile picture, his name, everything. YouTube used to have a thing where like channels were taken. They haven't done that in years. And now you can't tell. If someone comments in a live stream, I can't tell if it's the real Patriot Street Fighter or not, because you can't click on their names anymore. It's really weird.
The governor, for whatever reason, decided he was going to pull back the reins on this insanity, and he would.
That's right. That's right, Jeffrey. This dude is a fucking nut job. But a lot of people get caught up in this shit. A lot of people get caught up in this shit for sure.
Put COVID in jail here because COVID past March the 10th wasn't allowed to be dangerous. I think it might have been at the end of February they had these negotiations with whoever the head COVID.
Yeah, he does have that picture. I know exactly what you're talking about. If you go to he does. I guess maybe one of his buddies, maybe he's in the military and invited him to like a family day. We used to, when I was in the military, we used to have occasionally have like family day live fires events, and it wasn't really family day. Like we would around family day, we would have live fire events where you could like invite some people to the range. It wasn't like family day. Family day, they invited everybody. This was like people who had like a tactical training or like you would trust with a weapon, right? With a weapon system. But most of the time, I never invited anybody. But usually it was like people who thought they had like a high profile business owner or some shit like that. Those would get invited by like upper ranking people. But if you go to his Facebook, I know where that picture is, and it's on. He's got it on everything. It's his profile picture. Look at this. He's standing in front of. Like there he is. There he is. Oh look. So this guy is in Marine Corps uniform, and this is some type of shot instructor. It looks like, and they're out at some type of range, and he's out there firing, like he's some kind of badass. I don't know why if he didn't want to be accused of stolen valor and he didn't want people thinking that he was in the military, why'd he show up in fucking a combat uniform? You know what I'm saying? Like, he showed up in the tan shirt. He showed up in fucking, that's Air Force. That's Air Force fucking camis. But still, why did he show up looking like this? Why didn't he show up looking like this in a polo shirt and shit? I'm sure it's his dream. Weapons training at Nellis Air Force Base with Spec Ops guys firing the FNH Scar with Spec Ops guys. I'm sure that's exactly who he was. They're like, hey man, you want to run the shoot house and join our team? We know you haven't had any training, but you're trained in the digital online warrior course. We know you got that. We need some guys like you. I'm sure.
Disease ranks, but they set a date that the 10th of March people would not have to wear masks anymore. And I'm really kind of curious on how they.
Nah, dude, Jeffrey, you're good. There's actually a few people in the community Some of them, there's a couple people that literally watched my show, and that's how they realized how stupid it was. And there's some that dropped out before and come and joined, and they want to be part of calling these people out for the bullshit that they do. No, you don't have to be embarrassed. A lot of people fell for it.
You can find that particular virus here in Texas, keep it from going across the state line borders and infiltrating into other areas, or the COVID virus in other states doesn't come across the Texas border with all of us.
I asked him about it. I said, these two guys are telling people that you're special forces and the real deal and blah, blah, blah. Thank you for those ice creams, Uditsu. These two guys are saying you're special forces and the real deal and your dad was a general. I thought you never told anybody that. You knew that no one ever claimed that. No one was saying that about you, blah, blah, blah. And he didn't have nothing to say.
Out here that are unprotected, and we're still under the threat of death, and the minuscule numbers that they do show, like 0.1%.
When you're caught up in this shit, when you're really caught up in this shit, it's strange. It's almost like I don't even know how to say it. It's almost like you can't see how stupid it is because you're in it, right? You're caught up in it. You're part of it. But when you take a step back, it's the same thing. Okay, this is going to be relatable, sorta, but not exactly. So when I make a recorded video, when I make a video that I'm going to edit, I'll take that video and I'll be like, okay, here's the video I'm going to make. Here's the edit, and I'll watch it at like 2 times speed through after I got my edit thrown together, and it'll still be a little bit too long. But I'll think to myself, it all needs to stay in there. All this needs to be in the video for it to work. I can't delete anything. I can't get rid of anything. It's perfect right now. But then I'll invite somebody else with me to watch it, and instantly I can feel what they're thinking. And I'm like, oh, this part's too slow. They're not going to like this part. Oh, they stopped paying attention. Like, this part shouldn't be in there. Why is this taking so long? Get to the good part. It's the same thing when you're like, want to believe this. When you're in this and you want to believe this, you're kind of stuck in it. But when you take a step back, especially if you've got someone with you that does not believe in it, someone that has never been into it or makes fun of it, like jokingly, we make fun of it. When you have something like that, it changes the game. You instantly start seeing it through their eyes. You instantly start thinking, oh, this is not that bad. This is crazy. Why are they saying that? That doesn't even make sense now. But it's hard to see from the beginning. It's hard to see from the get-go when you want to believe it.
0.8% death rate on the nation, or on the planet for this disease worldwide. But anyways, what I see coming is there's going to be more and more people that are going to wake up to this bullshit. Somehow they're going to wake up. I know many of you look around and you think, I don't think some of these people are ever going to wake up. Because here in Texas, I can't tell you if that needle moved much at all. I got my, if you hear that screeching noise, I got the arm of my chair rubbing on my desk because I move around and squirm a lot. So
I have not looked at it. I'll look at it, John, before we end tonight.
It's got some gas over there. That was pretty funny, actually. But so the reason I think we're going to hit a tipping point on this is because even The Walking Dead.
Good deal.
To relax, unless you're in California. The insanity with which they perpetuate on society. Those who don't wear a mask, those who actually have an independent mind, are a thinking person, a self-determined free person who refuses to bow to tyranny, who refuses to be muzzled, who refuses a criminal element.
How did my camera get squished?
Acts on society as a whole. There are some of us out there that just absolutely refuse. It's tyranny. Tyranny only thrives when good people stand by and do nothing, do absolutely nothing, because these people in power, the thieves, the thugs, the criminals, the murderers, the drug runners, the pedophiles, the human traffickers, these people are the people that are in power, not just in this country, but in the world. Now, these people are willing to conduct themselves like this. What makes you think you're not going to be?
No, yeah, his dad, the general. He claims that that's just a nickname because his dad was in the army and he had to go through 18 years of boot camp, kind of blah, 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 blah. But there are people out there that legitimately believe that his dad is a general. That's the same argument I made before. And he said, no, nobody thinks that. No, that's not. Nobody thinks that. Nobody thinks that. But they literally do. That's why I made the argument. That's why I brought it up. I wouldn't have brought it up if people didn't actually think that. Clearly they do. Like we've even heard these people profess it ourselves. Like it's no secret that these people believe that. It's pretty easy to see, but Oh no! Don't do that! Don't do that! Don't report his videos.
From chattel. What makes you think that these people aren't going to inflict the worst on you? This has been the biggest challenge. Is to help.
Okay, I think I fixed my camera. It was squished, kind of.
Power structure. The people that we elect to public positions, from the school boards on up, are pretty much in this day and age nothing more than a self-interested lot of power-hungry tyrants. Now, that's a broad stroke. Does that mean every school board around the country? Every city council?
I'm trying to take the high road. Like I don't think that anybody should be reported like that, but clearly he does. I don't think it's okay, but yeah, don't report his videos. We'll figure it out in a different some different way. It's no big deal. We'll get there.
Every legislator, every politician, you're damn right it does. Every last one of them. Minus a couple, minus a few. Because what I've noticed in society in the last couple of decades.
That's right. He would have kicked his son's ass.
The ones that want to run for office of any sort.
It took you down a rabbit hole. I'll check it out in just a second. Actually, I'm going to pull it up in the background right now. Yeah, so without giving any names, without trying to call anybody out, I spoke to YouTube on Twitter today, or I sent them a tweet, and I got some of my friends who have bigger channels than me than to retweet it, and well, I can read it to you. Hold on. So it's kind of long, but I will read it to you if you give me just a second. I got them to read that. You can't email them, you can't talk to them, you can't get a hold of them. Basically, all you can do is tweet at them, which is ridiculous. You ought to be able to get a hold of these people, and I guarantee you, all they're going to say is, "Oh, you can file a dispute," but they don't weigh. Who the fuck weighs satire? Like they make it to where you can use satire. That's an excuse, okay? That's an excuse to do this shit, is satire. So who weighs the satire and says whether this is whether this is satire or this is good or that's good or what's good? You know what I'm saying? It's very strange. But here's a tweet I sent out while people realize what show they're on. I said, another strike was given to my channel in another video that is scripted satire, trying to convince people that this theory is fake and dangerous. I keep getting struck down for calling it out, while these creators who take shots at me, my family, my protected status as a disabled veteran run free on their website, on their 8th, 9th, and 10th channels. Why is there a clause for scripted satire, and when I use it, there is no give whatsoever? The worst thing I said was, this man makes up these conspiracy theories and his shirt is too small. And I guess a bigger question is, why am I the one who has to call this out? It's on your platform while you're letting them run rampant with 10 channels with hundreds of thousands of fans who repeatedly mass report, threaten, dox, and attack my protected status and videos, and in the comments, and make content for 2 weeks. And I'm the one who can't make content for 2 weeks. Your platform sends a little backwards to me. I'm a comedian and focused on trying to help people from these grifters who use Trump and QAnon to take these people and give them hope while fleecing them for donations. If there's a better case for satire or a better cause than helping people from being robbed see the truth of these creators that you allow on your website, I have no idea what the better case would be. And that's the only way to get a hold of them, is to put it out there and push it as far as you can. Like, just keep pushing it. So we'll see what happens.
Get into a position of power and be the boss. Real thinking individuals, people who actually use their intellect, who research, study, look at the landscape of society as it exists.
That's exactly why. Like, this channel right here is not monetized. This is the channel that's attacking me. But there are five other channels that rehash this, that are monetized. Plus, once they get to his channel, they don't leave. After they watch his video, they click on a different video and a different video and a different video. All they're worried about is the numbers, and that's it. So just because this guy has all the numbers, 2020, quarter. Just because this guy has the numbers, they're just letting this shit happen. Oh, the fact that it had a bat on it, is that what you're talking about? Everybody was raising hell about that a while back. Yeah, I forgot about that.
And think about how to make it better. And because we're a capitalist nation, those people primarily become entrepreneurs. They become business.
It doesn't, last thing, and I'll let it play for a minute. I'm sorry I'm talking so much. It doesn't really matter if you put up a fair use clause. Fair use is accepted whether a clause is there or not. He can challenge that. YouTube can't do nothing about fair use. He can challenge it, or their bot might automatically catch it, but that's not what actually happened. They're claiming that I am inciting violence because I'm bullying someone on the internet, basically. Meet Hammer Bingo.
Are very devout, astute employees of different companies to make and work toward making those companies better, be part of something great and special. Those people are the ones that should be running for positions of influence, but they don't, because they're out there making the machine, the nation work. Those people, in most cases, that are at least intellectually qualified and studied and of the right temperament and have discernment toward their fellow man.
That's it.
Those are the people
We were doing really good.
typically run for elective office. And I've watched them over many years. The years that I was actually active in elective politics, working my way through the sludge and climbing over the wreckage that it takes to get into a higher position of elected influence, I refused that. My track was going to be business. I would create a business profile enough for success that I would have a name that could be recognized, and I would have proven myself in a capitalist society.
There you go.
It didn't happen. I'd been derailed not once or twice, maybe 3 times. Fortunately for me, you got to be careful what you ask for.
Oh, it looks like the Tree of Liberty. Are you talking about the 2020 or 2021? I thought we were talking about the back quarter, because that's what freaked a bunch of people out. 2020 quarter looks like Tree of Liberty to me. I'll look again, because the 2020 is the National Parks quarter. Sorry, and there's something else I wanted to read. Did you see Brad ask for money for a friend in Vegas with cancer? That man raised $70,000 in 1 hour. I think the money went to a friend. I would hope so. Brad seems like, I don't know. Brad seems innocent to me, other than like he believes this crazy shit. But man, he does have a powerful platform if he didn't want to be innocent. By the way, guys, I think I'm coming down with cancer. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
God knew what I was looking for, and I was unwilling to bend. Certainly wasn't going to break. I was going to do things on my own terms. Well, it's now that I look back and I can clearly see that I wasn't meant to be in that environment, because I would have never lasted and I wouldn't have any influence that would do anything any good. But I did see up close and now from a distance over the years, watching the people that run for these offices, how they do it.
I think, so I personally think Veritas said something interesting the other day, the Veritas machine. He said, me and you differ because I believe in aliens and blah, blah, blah. But we really don't. I think if the universe goes on forever, it would be really, really stupid to think that there wasn't some other life out there. If it goes on forever, eventually life would have to repeat itself. And that's what they tell us, is that the universe just goes on forever. But I don't think that a highly intelligent group of people, aliens or whatever, people that have traveled thousands of light years and shit at fucking light speed, basically, travel all that way to come here and then accidentally crash into our Earth and like we recover the shit. Like I just can't believe that. They got all the way here, and then while they were on sightseeing tour, they're just like, oh shit, we forgot how to fly, and they just fall out of the sky. Like, that's weird. But I think if the universe goes on forever, it has to eventually repeat. No?
What their intentions are and what truly are their qualifications. And the vast majority that I see, in fact, there's no debate on this. There's not even an argument. You can have your own viewpoint. Look at the landscape.
2020 quarter. Stop getting distracted.
Especially the Democrat-run cities, the states, the entire country. Who sets public policy? Who is the one that wields the sword of influence on this society? It's these elected officials that in most cases know nothing and oftentimes do nothing that benefits society. It benefits them always. I remember probably 40 years ago, it wasn't really the cool thing to become a politician and run for office. I mean, look at these guys back in the 70s. They all had they all had the same color suits, and they all had the same kind of hairdo. They always, combed their hair back. A lot of them wore glasses. They wore, whatever you call monkey suits. They kind of were the intellectual kind of guys, that the geeky kind of guys in school that were really brainiacs, and the people that I always gravitate to, because I respect intelligence. I'd love to hang around. Didn't make sense. I mean, from a visual appearance, me, and then the other guys that I hung around with, because I've always respected intelligence. But that's a lot of people back then.
I really respect intelligence.
You look at these people back then, and it wasn't the cool crowd to be in. It just wasn't. Today it is. You go to DC, you're a rock star. You get a lot of beautiful women, very capable, very intelligent women. Well, in the Republican Party, at least, I don't think we can even debate that. You see what the Democratic Party draws. And this is no bullshit. It's just the reality. There's
really not a whole lot I want to see from this video. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit, actually.
It's oftentimes a very distinguished looking crowd, pretty women, look as Event 201. Of course, they lied about
Check that out.
They always do. Gates, co-conspirators included. Representatives from the World Bank, the World Economic Forum, which is responsible for the Great Reset, not the global financial reset.
Oh no, what happened to it? Did it just go down? Hold on. I saw you send it and it said government spaceship 2018 United States. Oh, what happened? Why does it do that? 2018 United States government spaceship, and then it deletes it. Something went wrong. Oh man, that's a cool ad though. He's talking about Event 201 now. So there, it's really weird. It's hard. It's hard to walk the line of this guy is lying to you, but there are stuff that goes on within our government that I think people should be aware of. I do think it's really, really, really weird that there was a training event in New York City that focused on coronavirus before the coronavirus started, and it was, it basically said that this version of coronavirus comes from Mexico and it's going to take over the world and it's going to be infectious and it's going to be airborne, and they were like training for it before anybody knew about the coronavirus. That is weird. And we've got government officials that are corrupt. We may even have government officials that are doing some nasty illegal shit. The problem is, if you have a group of what the P word, like they like to talk about the P word. Let's say I have 100 people and one of them is the P word. And these are respected 100 people. They're all respected. People like them. Half the country likes them. They're really nice, blah, blah, blah. And they're all, and one of them is the P word with kids, the P word with kids. If I call them all the P word every day and keep screaming, oh, you're a P word, and you're the 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 P word, then that one gets hidden in all my false accusations. He's going to stand over there and say, hey, guys, isn't that crazy that this guy thinks we're all a P word? He thinks we're over here messing around with kids. Isn't that crazy? But if we don't call everybody that, then we can probably find the one who is. It's just so weird. There is shit going on with the government. There are shitty government officials. There are backdoor deals. There is money flying all around. There's a lot of fucked up shit that's going on. Is it hundreds of thousands of kids under a White House tunnel? No, it's not. Is it a secret hidden presidency and here's the real president? No, it's not. It just isn't. Even Trump's not playing by that. He's talking about running in 2024 possibly. He's talking about starting his own social media company. He's talking about pushing who he wants to push for the midterms. That's it. Like he's not even talking about it. We've already went through an inauguration. It wasn't fake. It wasn't, well, portions of it were recorded, but we knew that portions of it were going to be recorded, some of the performances and stuff. But we've already went through all that. We're fine. That's over. We're good. But we gotta stand here and resist the agenda that's coming at us if you don't agree with it. Whether you're left or right, there's going to be bills and stuff that you don't agree with. Now, I'm right-leaning, so there's going to be a lot of bills pushed by this president and the Congress that I don't personally agree with. And it's my job to make my voice heard, to let my senators and my representatives know that I don't agree with it, let them know how I think they should vote, stand up, protest, sit in, whatever it takes. But if I'm over here pretending like it isn't real, I don't think I'm going to get very far. You mean there's a new gun bill that I don't want to happen? I'll just pretend like it's not really happening. Okay? I'll just sit over here and just stick my fingers in my ears and say la 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 until it's over with. And pure daddy Trump comes up and saves us. Like, that shit's too far. You can't. That's what they need you to do, both right and left. I guarantee you, both right and left, the powers that be would love for you to sit at your house and ignore everything that's going on and pretend it isn't real. Because there's no one to hold them accountable at that point. I, as a right-wing person, need the left-wing people, not the nut jobs, not far left, not far right. I, as a right-wing person, need the left-wing as much as they need me, because they keep my right-wing people from going too far overboard, and I can keep their left-wing people from going too far overboard and keep everybody in check. Now, it gets out of balance at sometimes. It does, and it runs away. And sometimes we have to see that ourselves and shut it down. But to think that there's hundreds of thousands of kids living under the White House, it's just not happening. It's not. Trump is not coming back to take the White House in so many days. It doesn't matter when they put the timeline at, whether it's March or February or April or May or June. It doesn't matter. They've moved it so many times now. Who cares? It's not happening.
But there, the cabal satanic reset. Also, Bloomberg, Johns Hopkins University Population Center, the CDC for prevention, various media powerhouses, the Chinese government, a former CIA National Security Director, which to me has to be James Clapper.
Exactly. I would much rather work or have an opponent that says, you know, I'm left leaning and I want this and I want some social programs, than let's destroy all the businesses. Let's take away all the means of production. Let's give it all to the state. We can all be communists. We can stand in bread lines. Like, that's not something I want. I can help keep you guys in check. You can help keep my guys in check. And there we go. The powers that be don't care if you're left or right or indifferent. If you sit down and shut the fuck up, they don't care. If you pretend it's not real, if you never show up, there's nothing you can do.
My opinion.
Are you being nice? Yep.
Vaccine maker Johnson & Johnson. Surprise, surprise. The finance and biosecurity industries, and Edelman, the world's leading corporate PR firm. Why do you need a corporate
I'm going to skip ahead again.
Why do you need a PR firm when you're trying to keep something completely hidden from the public?
Every company has a PR firm. This is the stupidest fucking. Why do they need a PR firm if they're trying to keep something hidden? Every company has a PR firm, whether you're trying to keep something hidden or not.
And global economic collapse lasting up to a decade. Compared to the Gates simulation,
that's right, Joe.
The COVID-19 crisis is a bit of a dud, having imposed a mere 2.5 million deaths attributed to COVID over the past 13 months. That happens every day. That happens in the world just from the flu. The deaths attributed to COVID in the real life situation are highly questionable, as we know.
Not to mention, these QAnon people keep screaming, Constitution, Constitution, Constitution. Well, McThermonite, McMuffins, I hate to tell them, if what they're talking about going on with Trump taking over and anybody who disagrees with him going to prison, and he's going to run the financial system, and he's going to run mainstream media, and he's going to run all the social media, and he's going to run all the other countries, and there's a pact and this and that. That is not by our Constitution. He's going for a dictatorship. If what you're saying comes to pass, he is going to control everything, and we are way, 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 way too far. Like that's not fair. That's not going to be who's to say he's ever going to give it up? You can't just trust him because you claim he's anointed by God. Oh, he'll give up all the power. Why? What? Who? Come on now.
Was a bitch.
Thank you, Gloriaka Nana. Thank you for joining the cult. I appreciate it. True, but the far right acts like it's a crazy competition. Yeah, that is true. They do have they are winning the set of Olympics currently. I mean, Antifa with the action and stuff that they're doing, and the far left agenda in like Portland and shit. But the right wing for sure with the stories they're making up and the shit that's going on.
And must be seen in the context of a global population of 7.8 billion, with about 59 natural deaths expected annually.
No shit, John. I didn't know that.
Economic collapse will probably prove more accurate, but only because of the draconian lockdown promoted by Gates. That's if they get away with it. Gates Event 201 script imagines vast anti-vaccine.
True, Eddie. I didn't even mention that part.
The universal and single-minded presumption among its participants.
Oh, it's AKA. I gotcha. I'm Gloria, but I'm also Nana. I gotcha.
Was that such
that makes more sense?
Would prove an opportunity of convenience to promote new vaccines and tighten control.
What happened when COVID happened? COVID and the election and everything that happened and stuff that we've never lived through before. It drove a wedge in between political parties. Not to mention society's becoming more and more politicized. Instead of being Will, who enjoys shooting guns and going fishing, I became the Trump guy, right? And this other person became the lefty and this and that and all that shit. But it didn't space out people evenly. It left very few people in the middle, but the shockwave of that wave of that wedge coming down pushed most people to the extremes. We even in the Anon shit, we even picked up some pretty left people. It's like they went completely off the left side and wound up back on our side. It's like a circle or some shit. We ended up with some crazy shit over here about ascension and this and that and all kinds of shit. Non-binary, male, female. I've been choosing a non-binary. There you go. That's what I would do. It'd be harder for them to identify you.
On manipulation and control of public opinion is most revealing. It uncannily predicted democracy's current crisis. Point number one. The participants discussed mechanisms for controlling disinformation and misinformation by flooding the media with propaganda, quote, good information, imposing penalties for spreading falsehoods and discrediting the anti-vaccination movement. Next point. Jane Halton, and you ought to see this beauty. I've seen this one before. Of Australia's ANZ Bank, one of the authors of Australia's oppressive
what's this one?
Jab, no pay policy. Take the vaccine or you're not getting any money to survive. Assured the participants that Gates Foundation is creating algorithms to sift through information on these social media platforms to protect the public from dangerous thoughts and information. Who makes judgment on what's dangerous?
I would say I'm pretty much in the middle with right-leaning opinions on like guns, and I don't like how the left has started to treat freedom of speech and stuff like that. So that puts me more in the right camp. I really just want to be able to do whatever the fuck I want to do, and you do whatever the fuck you want to do. And as long as what I'm doing doesn't affect you and what you're doing doesn't affect me, I don't give a fuck what you're doing. Like, do whatever you want to in your house. When we go out in public, we'll use the law of the land, and there you go. Now we can interact. And that's it. I don't want nobody in my house fucking with my shit, and I don't want nobody in your house fucking with your shit. They can leave your ass alone. I'm gonna skip ahead again. There's a part that I really want to show, because I want to talk about me getting banned. I'm gonna skip ahead to about right here. Let's see what happens.
Revolution Radio, folks, going to take a short break, come back, and we are going to have Douglas Gibbs on for a great hour.
Oh, taking a short break here. Yeah, but to be the most pure position libertarian, by definition, libertarians are supposed to believe in like open borders and shit. I don't believe in that. I believe we need to protect the border. I got you, Travis. I'm gonna get a hold of you tomorrow, because I gotta figure out. I gotta find an envelope for this. Big ass sticker. I gotta find an envelope, and I'll get it shipped out to you tomorrow, man. And get it coming your way. By the way, we got some big ass stickers and some medium ass stickers and a whole bunch of the regular stickers. I just have a few of the big ass ones. I only asked for one, but he printed some extra ones, so. I want him to come back from break, but it takes him a minute. I don't remember when he comes back. Okay, he's calling the guy now. Just good old American, that's it. I got some extra ones. I just didn't print a whole bunch because I didn't know if they would sell or not. Plus, it's going to be, I don't know what it's going to cost to ship it because I might have to get it like a big envelope, right? Like maybe even one of those like cardboard ones, but we'll figure it out. Cardboard ones, not cardboard. All right, I want to show you this part right here. When he comes back from break, check this out. Now, I want you to remember, I got banned for saying this guy's shirt is too tight. This guy's shirt is too tight. That's the worst thing I said about him. Come on. Scott is on currently uploading to 8, but his 7 is only banned for 2 weeks. His 7 will be coming back shortly. Try to say a sentence without F word. You sound idiot. Try to say an English sentence. Try to say a full sentence in English. If you're going to call me an idiot, my man. Come on. Come back from break, asshole. I didn't realize it was this long, or I would have skipped ahead already. All right. He's coming back, I think, right here. All right. I got banned for saying my shirt's way too tight. Let's see what he's doing today. Your mic's not on.
How about we start that again? Get my mute button off, ladies and gentlemen. Scott McKay here. I'm the host of Revolution Radio. This is the second point, for the second hour, the tipping point. We have a great guest for you tonight, and we're going to talk about the illegalities of everything that I just talked about in the first hour, which is this tyrannical, oppressive assault on human rights, individual freedom, the unconstitutional conduct of the scumbag class. And we have an expert coming on to lay this thing out in no uncertain terms, so you can understand your rights and your power of the Constitution weighing in your favor. So we can educate enough people so everybody stands up and says, okay, we've had enough of this bullshit. Here's the way it really is. It's in this document.
Okay.
So
here it is. Here's the way it really is.
In this movement, this is the show where we ended up launching Patriot Street Fighter on the YouTube channel. And if folks, you want to ever go over and see that work, you can see it now. We're on our 9th channel. It's actually Patriot Street Fighter 7. We're not on there at the moment. We're in jail there. Another YouTube strike. My record is I need to get.
So he can't have 3 strikes. So 1 strike is 1 week. 2 strikes is 2 weeks. 3 strikes, you lose your channel. So he's got to be finishing up his 2-week strike bullshit. Because I made that video probably about, he's got to be almost done on 7.
Guinness has the most strikes and most YouTube channels that have been taken down because I refuse to take my finger off the trigger of information coming out of a Gatling gun pointed right at the scumbags to try to overwhelm these people with enough truth that it recruits enough soldiers behind me to join the fight. So we put an end to all of this, and it'll happen fast once it starts. So anyways, that being said, the Patriot Street Fighter Revolution.
I didn't hear that one. What did that one say? Bird, you making knives? Yeah, I'm kind of behind. We've just had so much going on right now. And baseball started and shit. But I did get the forge going. I got a makeshift anvil going. All that's up in the garage. I didn't even do a garage stream this weekend, trying to get Liam ready to go to Florida. But yeah, we'll get back to it. We'll be making some knives.
A lot of you folks now are.
Thank you for the ice cream. Thank you for that diamond, too, by the way. All those diamonds, Jaw. I don't know if I said that or not. That was 6 ice creams. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm going to let those run out for just a second because I really want you to hear this next part. I want you to see what he's doing while I'm getting banned. I make rustic furniture. Oh, I do, too. Well, I dabble in a lot of stuff. I don't do anything like hardcore, but like I made farmhouse tables and end tables. Okay, sweet. Yeah, I'd like to see them. I don't do anything like hardcore, like as a business or nothing. I just piddle, but I made like our farmhouse table. I made like this cart that's it's kind of like a service cart, but like for when you're cooking. I don't know what you call it. It's like a service cart when you're working on a car, but it's for like when you're cooking. And I made, thanks for that sub. Perfect. I'm gifting a sub to the channel. And I made
a bitch.
End tables, all our end tables. They're pretty cool. And I've made one bed before, a cedar like split log bed one time, but it was like a one-off thing somebody wanted. But yeah, I like working with wood and metal too. All right, watch this.
We're coming to the tipping point in Revolution Radio. Welcome. If you would like to know more about what we're doing with Patriot Street Fighter, you can always go to the website, scottmckay.us.
Yeah, like a movable island. Yeah.
To the cause if you like. I'm also a donor to Revolution Radio myself, so we'll see that some of those proceeds come over there as well. You can get your Patriot Street Fighter gear. I've got my favorite shirt on tonight. Save the kids. Oh, by the way,
not here we go, right here.
But there's a prototype that came out, and if you want to take
a prototype of what?
Prototype of the new Patriot Street Fighter Tomahawk.
I got banned for selling or saying that his shirt was too tight and being mean to him. This motherfucker is selling weapons to deal with the scumbag politicians who are ruling our society. He's literally selling weapons. Listen, he explains, this is the side, this is a peace pipe, and this other side, well, I'll let you decide what you do with that.
Holster comes off. It's a protective leather cover over the Tomahawk. And this is what signifies our fight, kind of on the back of my Native American heritage. There are two options here. Yes, we are going to make these available for purchase, but this is quite an interesting piece of insignia for the revolution that we started here in Revolution Radio.
Yeah, I don't like it at all. It is a peace pipe. This is a bowl, and then the handle is hollow, but I don't like it at all. It looks factory made, almost like, I know it's not cast, but it would seem like an item that's cast. Like, it looks too factory made for me. I don't like it.
But this Tomahawk is one of two.
He's still selling weapons.
Which end we use is fully up to them. We know what this end does. I mean, I think you probably saw in the movie The Patriot with Mel Gibson in the opening battle.
We know what this end does. We know what this end does. I think you guys probably saw it in the movie The Patriot, the opening scene. But we'd rather give them this other end, the peace pipe end. And if they don't accept that, well, I'll let you decide.
Not what we offer. This is what we offer, this end right here. Because this end happens to be the bottom end, happens to be the mouthpiece end of a peace pipe. Imagine that. This is
a job.
A peace pipe. The hammer side is obviously a hollowed out little bowl. You can put in your peace pipe, whatever you want. And if that's what they refuse, well, I'll let you make those assessments yourself. Anyways.
And if that's what they refuse, I'll let you make those assessments yourself. After he described, we give them one or two sides. You know what this side does. You know what this is for. You've seen the movie The Patriot. Well, the other side's a peace pipe. And if they refuse that, well, I'll let you decide. I'll let that be part of your judgment. He. Fucking douchebag. And I get reported and shut down. I get reported and shut down for fucking 2 weeks for saying his shirt's too small. His shirt doesn't fit. Oh yeah, he's full-blooded. He's full-blooded something.
That is the Patriot Street Fighter Tomahawk. We've had a lot of fun with this movement, but you can find us at scottmckay.us. You can go to patriotsriseup.com.
Yeah, for some reason, all of his shirts are for sale, but the only place you can buy them through is Baby Gap. I don't know why. That's the only place you can get them. Instead of saying save the kids, the shirt says save us. Oh.
As well, patriotsriseup.com, and see what we're doing over there. Anyways, we are going to jump into the information that you need. All of you know what the facts are in terms of the outbreak of this virus and the absolute tyrannical move that's been made on humanity. And they've been lying to you about it, what your rights and your freedoms are. Now you're going to get the information of how they really are lying to you.
How are they really lying to us, Scott? Tell us.
From a constitutional law expert who's going to inform you of what the Constitution gives you in terms of protection and power against tyrannical governments. So I'm going to bring on Douglas.
He makes some high quality merch. The part that I don't understand is the 3 buttons that snap underneath your crotch. Like, what do you do? Do you keep them snapped? Do you unsnap them? How do you go to the bathroom? Yeah, I don't know. It snaps around your crotch, and I mean, it makes my butt look good, but that's about it.
Author, written 7 books on the subject. I first want you to hear a little bit about his background and what he's done that brought him to this point where he's decided to get in this fight. Doug, you there?
I am here. Well, thank you for having me.
Well, it's a real pleasure having you, and I'm absolutely ecstatic that we could get you at the last minute. It was really perfect timing set up for this, where we are right now in this episode.
Perfect timing.
And again, being assaulted by another one of these king shit cops that show up to enforce illegal edicts on the citizens that have been perpetuated by all these political scumbags that are working for the cabal.
This is what Veritas was talking about today, about how, like, he went out of his way to get this cop fired. He went above and beyond, trying to get his whole community to call in and fire this cop from that crazy lady that was like trying to speak Spanish and shit. It was over a mask, but it was in a private business. I mean, I don't know what he was supposed to do. just let her stand there and refuse to follow the business was trying to get her out of there. That was what the business called for.
Powers. So now you're going to bring the weaponry that's going to help us all understand of who really has the power here. So what is where did you go down, this road to become an expert on the Constitution?
Yeah, to be honest with you, it started as a child. You remember those cartoons, Schoolhouse Rock, and I was growing up in the 70s as a kid and saw these Schoolhouse Rock things and turned to my mom and said, I want to learn more about that. And the one I was pointing at was the one about the preamble. She began taking me to the library. As a kid, I was an advanced.
Yeah, they keep moving the goalposts, because that's all they've got. That's all I really wanted to show you from this episode right here was that the fact that he's now selling a tomahawk to take care of those scumbag politicians. But don't say a shirt's 2 sizes too small. They will run you off their platform. They don't need that type of hate on their platform. Okay. I haven't even seen this one. It says it was streamed an hour ago. I guess it's over. Let's see what this one is right quick. Oh God, the intro. His audio's so fucking bad.
Deriving their just powers from consent of the government, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends.
Scott, dude, I can show you how to play an audio file on your computer. I can show you how to play an audio file on your computer. Why are we listening through a speaker, through a microphone, into our speakers? You can just play it.
It is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it, and to institute new government.
The general. Oh no. Hold on, let's go back. The general was what the phone said. Let's see, where we at? 43. Let's go back to 41. The general. Oh God, the general. I guess it says my dad, I guess at the end. The general. Come on, Scott. For real? Sounds like his intros come from a 1980s. Yeah, for sure. He's on a shitty Bluetooth speaker and a shitty microphone. And adding those two together, stack tolerances is going to tell you it's going to be shit.
To abolish it and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Prudence indeed will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light.
They forked with the wrong president. I don't think you're supposed to be using President Trump's likeness in that way, but okay.
Transient causes. And accordingly, all experience has shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer while evils are sufferable than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are.
Somebody said he took that sign down for good. He only took that hold the fork and line sign down. He only took it down for that Clay whatever interview. What was that guy's name? Clay something. Look, he only took it down for these interviews, and that's it. Is he embarrassed of it? Look, it's gone. See it? The sign's gone. But it's back up for his other interviews. That's weird. Is he embarrassed of his hold the fork and line sign? He's not embarrassed when it's just him and his viewers, but he's embarrassed when Clay Clark's on there? It's weird.
Accustomed. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations, pursuing invariably the same object, evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. The world is waking up, and this is the tipping point.
Ladies and gentlemen, Patriots, street fighters out there around the world, glad to have you tonight. Got an interesting update for you. I will say that hey,
it would be a sticker painted on.
The tipping point on Revolution Radio. Some of you were on last night. That's a high octane, full throttle truth hammer.
The funeral home.
Scumbags around the world that are destroying humanity. I recommend if you weren't on last night on revolution.radio watching that or hearing that, or even here watching it, go listen to it. I think the second half, the second hour was fantastic. We had Douglas V. Gibbs on, constitutional expert, and is laying out why we shouldn't be putting up with the bullshit. Oh, I see my sister Michelle there. Hi there. Putting up with the bullshit that the criminal class has orchestrated against humanity, all of us. And he does a phenomenal job. Certainly have him back again. He was great. I thought another great recent show we had was the one we did last Friday. That show in particular with our guest.
Okay.
That show is worth watching. I think there was some very amazing information in there in terms of biblical prophecy, the exposure of the cabal's takedown plan tied right to the big V companies. So make sure you see that. So this is Patriot Street Fighter number 8, as you know. I think we're out of jail on number 7 on Thursday. If it's not, it'll be Friday. By the way, so we're in jail, right, for 7 days because they took down a video.
Because the evil cabal of Democrat and Republican, because not all of the politicians who disagree with Trump are smuggling children. He's making up a narrative. It's not just about that either. It's about Stargates and giant alien Asian people and about a secret order of people who's been telling him about the prison on the moon and how there's a tribe of free-range children who live on the other side of the moon, and the prisons used to hold politicians underneath transparent aluminum. No, don't act like he's standing up for people's free speech and shit. He mass reported my fucking channel while he's screaming free speech. That's not free speech.
That myself and Big Nino, David Rodriguez, had done a couple of weeks ago. What's the point of asking? Doesn't matter what's in there. What's in there is my name. That's why it comes down, I think, at this point. And that gave us a strike. There was a
Rhonda, I got it and watched it.
American Sheriff.
We'll cover it.
7 days. Strike 2 is.
I'm gonna pull it up. I don't know when we'll pull it up, but I'm gonna pull it up.
Right, another one taken down off 7 because who knows, cyberbullying, harassing. Like, you want to see some fork in cyberbullying and harassing YouTube? Come into the threads right here. Come right in here and watch. Last night I had some death threats.
Oh no, Scotty! Now he's complaining about he's being cyberbullied and harassed. I swear, I think that his fans think that I take down his shit. And they fucking attack my shit, I guess. I have no idea. I have no idea what the fuck their deal is.
I'm not worried about these guys. There's a good reason why I'm not worried about these guys. All I would say is good luck with that. But remember, you asked for what's next. So, therefore, that never weighs on my...
What the fuck did you just say? Hold on.
Incidentally, we had one taken down yesterday. Right? Another one taken down off 7 because who knows, cyberbullying, harassing. Like, you want to see some fork in cyberbullying and harassing YouTube? Come into the threads right here. Come right in here and watch. Last night I had some death threats. I'm not worried about these guys. There's a good reason why I'm not worried about these guys. All I would say is good luck with that. But remember, you asked for what's next. So, therefore...
Is he making a threat to people who comment on his videos? You ask for what comes next.
That never weighs on my side, of course. On all the abuse, all the knuckleheads, I'll be looking for some in here tonight because I saw some dipshits that I needed to can last night, and we'll take care of them tonight if I see them. We'll get them out of here. Enemy number 1. But so we are going to be on this channel, Patriot Street Fighter 8. You guys are doing a great job, by the way. Patriot Street Fighter 8. You guys have got that up. So I'm going to tell you something. You're going to love this when I tell you. You guys have us.
Exactly. All he's doing is talking shit, pumping himself up, and spinning these crazy fucking stories that he calls intel. That's all it is. It's just talking shit. It's playing as close to as I was in the military, respect me, without actually saying I was in the military. Everything's military lingo. Everything's good to go. Fork and hammer, fork and scumbags, fork that guy, fork this guy. That's all it is. All of it. He is. It's all about his image and the way he portrays himself and the way that he wants to present that to you. Oh, don't worry, you guys are with me. You guys are the Patriot Street Fighters too, and we don't take nothing from these forking scumbags and fork this and fork that. That's all it is. It's an image.
On this channel, the backup up to 42,000 subscribers. Right, we're on a backup channel. I think the other one now is probably at. And again, this isn't about me, folks. This is about us. This is about what you guys are doing. Every time they
there you go. This is about me, guys. This is about us. This is your channel. This is your channel. But I take the donations and I sell the merch, and my face is plastered all over the T-shirts. You remember? And I've been invited out to sign autographs in Oklahoma. That's me.
This bullshit. Then you guys come firing back. You've got over 71,000 on the other Patriot Street Fighter 7. We come roaring back every time. There's another hidden channel out there too that's ready to go. It's on deck, so we're not really worried about any of this. What I do want to address once again is the Patriots, the Patriots. Those aren't the people that are making money on YouTube. That's what YouTube's there for. They should be getting advertising money. these people are doing a lot of work out there, to do this. You got to listen. If you're listening based on an audience, great. Why would you give?
Like what? Like the anonymous tips he gets from a secret order of people that tell him about stargates and who's traveling through it. Those people, or the people that told him that there are giant aliens here, but they had the scientists killed to hide the giant aliens. Those people. Come on.
Give the money to, these cabal-driven media companies, like cable companies, whatever. Let the online people who produce content have it. In fact, let the people who don't produce any content at all, like none, but take my content, put it on their channel, right? And even though you'll take me down for it, I really prefer that you pay them. At least somebody's getting money, right?
There you go. Again, pay them.
Violate the trademark. Don't pretend you're me and put my name up there, Patriot, Street Fighter, anything, and then do the bullshit you do. 20 commercials in a show, all that kind of stuff. So those of you out there, I'm going to say this again. My channels are not monetized. There's no advertising money coming here. Don't write me anymore telling me you don't.
Oh, see, Chris. Thanks for joining us.
Of these ads go in my shows. Zero. Not mine.
That's right. That's right. His Purple Hearts is what got me interested in the first place. Why is this man giving out Purple Hearts for people who lost a YouTube channel that doesn't deserve a Purple Heart?
Fine. Zero. The other scumbags that have faked you out on Patriot Street Fighter 9 and Patriot Street Fighter 10, these are milquetoast pussy scumbags that are wearing their sister's skinny jeans. Maybe they're wearing bobby socks and saddle shoes. Maybe they're wearing their sister's skirt.
We've already used these. So the people who take Scott's stuff and just re-upload it and call themselves Patriot Street Fighter 9 and 10, bobby socks and saddle shoes and skirts and skinny jeans, and oh my God, let's make fun of those guys because we're Patriot Street Fighters over here.
In their mother's basement. I don't know what the hell they're doing. All I can tell you is they're not honorable people. They're shills or whatever. So I don't like dishonest people. So therefore, they don't seem to want to abide by what I request. So I'm just going to tell you what they are. They are what they are. Don't go to their channel. If you watch Patriot Street Fighter 9 or 10, just go unsubscribe. If you want to be a part of this revolution, do what's right. Go unsubscribe. Don't listen to their bullshit. They'll make less money. Now I don't want to make any money. Be honorable. There's a show out there, TINT or something. And guess what? This channel, sure, guy's making a lot of money because I'll have a video up. It'll get 100,000 views, in a day. I look over on my same
TINT does make a lot of money. They upload all kinds of different people's shit, and it's monetized. And they make a lot. TINT is making a lot of money. All they do is pull down other people's videos and re-upload it. A lot of the videos are people who are banned for violation of terms of service and shit. And I don't know why YouTube's not looking at them. I have no idea.
Same video's got like 105,000 views. He's kicking ass. I'm like, fork and A, man, that's it. Pump that information out there. Get it all over the world. That's the point. Information warfare. So anyways, just wanted to put that up again one more time. There is no Patriot Street Fighter 9 or 10 as far as I'm concerned. These are not patriots. They're patriots. They don't contribute to the cause. They're actually damaging the cause. Because
they're not patriots. They're patriots.
They're making this movement look like we have other intentions. And again, they're everywhere. The planet is filled with them. So anyways, that being said, a couple things I want to talk about tonight. And folks are...
I don't know where his merchandise is made. Mine's made right down the street from my house, but I don't know where his is made.
Keep asking me where to get the shirts. I'm always surprised that people don't pick this up because we say it probably not often enough. I know you got to keep repeating things, getting into people's minds. If you want these shirts, and I just ordered some today for myself, the Save the Kids shirts. Or kids are not for sale, for trafficking, whatever. I just ordered that one today because I really want that. I got the ball cap. I'm going to be wearing that shit everywhere. I want people asking questions. I don't think we have the tunnel network, child trafficking tunnel network on the back of that shirt yet. I'll have to check with Ron. Maybe it is.
He's so worried about his image. He's so worried about everybody else talking about him. He's so worried about this. He's so worried about the fucking truth coming out that he spins narratives. And why he does, he loves the attention. He likes the donations. He likes to sell merchandise. He's got his business shut down while he does this. So,
but you can get that stuff. You can find your way to any of that by go to scottmckay.us. That's easy to remember. scottmckay.us, and there's the shop button in there. And then there's also patriotsriseup.com. I get emails where can we donate to the cause? I'm always surprised by that too, because I always say, here's where you can do that. By the way, those of you folks who do that, it still astonishes me, and I try to go find those when I see them in email. But there's a fair amount of emails that I have to try to get to, and I can't always get to all of them. But just understand, where I have time to roll down, at least see names and put them in my mind. Just know that I'm incredibly honored by, like I said, this thing is funded. You guys are funding this revolution. You're funding a war that now has people coming to us from all
Dick Brent jeans
all over the world because they want to share in this message. They want to share in the revolution. They want to, obviously, many of them just want to monetize the audience too. Truth be told, I understand that. I get it. But you're the ultimate arbiter of what you find value in. And you obviously find value in this because I've learned recently, I have another intel source. I vaguely mentioned them. I'm trying to find the right respectful term to actually refer
another intel source.
Without putting anything out there, because this is probably a higher intelligence source than probably anybody I personally know currently has. And I know that I have been given some information, which I can't even reveal it at this time, or it's not prudent. As I'm learning, timing is everything in information warfare. But this is information that truly would make people go, holy Mary of Mother of God. I almost said fork in there, but I can't do that. Not a good thing. But so that being said, this is there's some serious information I'm getting. I'm going to share some of it with you. But what I did find is I was trying to decipher what is it that why me? Why do you land on this platform, to start kind of probing it, bumping it like a shark, to figure out what's the value of what I'm about to hit here. And in a what should I say, a humble way, I learned why that they feel that this movement, your movement, is worthy of information to share because of what we stand for, the Patriot Street Fighters.
I got you, Rita.
Anyways, with that being said, we apparently are the right type of person that they want to help disseminate information for.
All those people, I used to have a lot of respect for General Flynn. He's clearly trying to make some money or become famous off this. Lynn Woods lost his fucking mind. Simon Parks fucks aliens. Charlie Ward is a complete fucking grifter. He's only in this for the money. X-22 is over the top. That's why he hides himself. And Gene makes everything up. Gene makes everything up that comes out of his fucking mouth. So, no, you haven't given us a legitimate source at all.
Our benefit. That's very important. And what I did learn from them is that we have 20 million plus followers now worldwide, and it's climbing now. Again, I don't pay attention to anything other than YouTube.
You really believe there's millions of kids underground in tunnels that are just being held there and by aliens and Democrats, and they're just down there waiting, and the military's down there rescuing them right now. Where are the parents of the kids who have been rescued? Why aren't they coming out and say, "Oh my God, Donald Trump saved my kid from a lizard tunnel, and he was down there for 3 years. It was horrible. They got him. He's out. We saved him." Oh, they don't exist. I gotcha.
I'm astonished by that, but they see something in the movement we kicked off, because apparently we have a lot of eyes, a lot of listeners, and they love the fact that you people are recruiting people to the message that, it's no bullshit. Here's the deal, good, bad. We're not gonna dance with anybody. We're not gonna dance with information. We're gonna put stuff out just because it makes more people come here or not. Yeah, it's not our purpose here. It's to help navigate this fight, this battle that we're all in. So a couple things to talk about in particular. Something really cool I want to show you. I know we're getting things about the Colorado shooting. I've looked at it a bit, and I can tell you, to me, it's all bullshit. It's another staged false flag event.
Listen. I would tell you with almost certainty that the Colorado shooting, if that was going to be fake, do you really think that they would use a Muslim dude with a Muslim name? Or would they have John Smith, as white as could be, 15 Aryan generations to back it up, and his AR-15?
I watched the video. I rolled through another narrative that is by a fire department first responder, a person who actually did stage type of operations.
They would have absolutely, if they wanted to stage it, they would have absolutely used a white Trump supporter. I'm telling you, they would have. It would have looked like, what's his name, from Las Vegas. That's exactly what it looked like. A guy that's never done anything, a guy that has no background, no this, no that. He just shows up with 30 guns for randomly.
Like this, for real life scenarios of events where they are trained. How do we do this? How do we protect? How do we handle these real life situations? So they train this way to do it. So
and he would have been wearing a "Make America Great Again" hat. I can almost guarantee it.
This is why this is like that. There's no way a car would be here with a body laying beside it. Blah 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 blah. Going through it, I'm like, of course. And then when the guy's got the video camera, you hear gunshots. He's running in to the store, King Soopers, and I lived out there in Colorado. King Soopers are, that's the supermarket there. So.
I wouldn't say it's true because he's a Trump hater. Facebook has been getting better about that and taking stuff down. I did hear that he had some posts that were critical of Trump. He was not a Trump fan, but I would not say Facebook's been getting better at taking that shit down quicker, okay? Better and quicker, better and quicker, better and quicker, because they're afraid one day that a family is going to sue their asses off because there might be posts or something like this or something that they... So, like, let's say there was a post that came on there where the guy was clearly saying, like, something might happen. Like, well, one day I'm just going to lose it and I'm going to do da-da-da-da-da. And that was up. And Facebook didn't take it down. And Facebook didn't do this. And Facebook didn't do that. So a family's going to sue the fuck out of them one day. So they've been getting better at getting that shit down quicker and quicker and quicker. So yeah, I'm sure he wasn't a fan of Trump. He was an ISIS sympathizer from what most people can tell. He was not a fan of the Muslim ban that was going on, as the left-wing media called it. He was pretty... He seemed like he was pretty radical. And that's the reason he did it. That's the reason he did it. And... that's it. Like, I mean, that's the narrative, and they took all his social media down. They've been getting better at it though. They really have.
This guy goes into the store. He's playing his frantic best act that he's got, in my opinion. And so then he goes in the store. Here's this guy.
You got me, Blake.
And, his back is to where the action is. The gun, you can't see very many people or any people really, but you hear gunshots way over here, and this guy's just like walking out, like, yeah, is the shooter? There's a shooter over there. Yeah, bullshit. You hear bullets. Everybody's running high speed. This guy's not going to be here with his back to where the shooting sounds are coming from because the shooter's in here now. Just that kind of horse shit, folks. I'm sorry, but again, believe me, you'll find this.
So I love how people who have never been in a firefight tell you how a firefight happens. Hey man, people react differently. People react differently under fire. I've literally had to go and take someone's hand, a female, her hand, and walk her from a firefight because she just stood there. She wasn't crying. She wasn't screaming. She just stood there and stared straight ahead at some shit. And she was talking to a guy beside her that did not make it through. Once he fell, she just stood there and stared straight ahead and literally had to go get her and walk her away. Not everybody sprints away from fire. Not everybody runs towards fire. Not everybody can return fire. I've seen people freeze up that should have been shooting. Freeze up solid, stiff. Saw a grown-ass man piss himself in a firefight. Like, oh, let me tell you, look, this is how it goes down. Whenever there's gunshots, people run full stream ahead, and you don't ever stand here, and you don't ever... Well, I'm glad. Add up all the firefights you've been in, brother.
Oh, really, dude?
Oh, 0? I got you. I thought maybe we'd have to call in Tom numbers.
Out in due time, that it's all stage bullshit. It's another Second Amendment, push, all that kind of stuff. Like I always say, I'm not worried about any of that. Good luck with that. Hey, Jim Condon.
A person that fights in the name of ISIS is not a good Second Amendment push, because what you're going to hear back is, well, what about when the people who fight in the name of ISIS come to my town? Shouldn't I have a weapon? That's not a good Second Amendment push.
Then joined CSPOA, that's Sheriff Mack's organization. Thanks, Jim. Sheriff Mack absolutely appreciates you. So do I. I joined it too.
I have too, Alex. I've tackled some people to the ground.
Do you notice how there are no false flag events in the
people that just stand there literally in a line of fire with no cover, and you have to get them down as quickly as possible? There's bullets fucking whizzing by.
Last year, you notice that? Everybody's kind of locked down. There's really nothing going on. Isn't it interesting? You turn the keys over to the clowns and what starts happening. I had something come at me today, and this was by Orator Blog. He's one of my buddies on Twitter. He sends me a lot of good stuff, and he keeps his eye on the ball, and he kind of thought, he's one of our bigger supporters, and he's always looking.
See what this guy's got. We'll skip ahead some.
Something today. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. This is on the Gateway Pundit, and here's how.
If there's going to be a push, I can almost guarantee there'll be either a real or fake event that involves a crazy right-wing, Trump-supporting, QAnon peddling person, and they'll have the whole narrative. They'll have a fucking letter written that says, I've got to do these people to save the children, and this person's not really in charge. This other person's the one who really won, and this and that, and all that'll be written down, and they'll make a march for it. And it real or fake, it doesn't matter, because you're giving them all the ammunition they need, spreading these rumors, selling tomahawks to take care of the scumbag politicians, shit like that. And giving them all the ammunition they need. Keep it up. You're giving them the ammunition.
How they work, all right? This is what we're dealing with inside this apparatus that still has not been fully cleaned out. It will be. Here's the headline. Caught on video. FBI and DHS attempt to recruit former Green Beret to
That's right. Oh, well, yeah, a fucking explosion or anything, or a car wreck. A lot of people act fucking crazy like that in different situations. I've been in car wrecks and seen people freeze. I've had to shove people out of the way to get to a vehicle over on its top, like shove people out of the way, to, like a group of people, a vehicle over on its top, and a man screaming, trying to get out of the car, and they're just standing there. They're fucking amazed by blood and guts and shit fucking everywhere. Like, it blows some people's minds. I didn't know. When I went into combat, I had no idea how I would react. No idea whatsoever. I could have been the guy who froze up and pissed myself. You know what I mean? I could have been the guy who just kind of stood there and looked. I could have been the first guy to catch a round. And then so we knew we were in a firefight. I had no idea. I was fucking scared to death. I was scared to death. But you're too scared to even fucking say it. You're too scared to even say it. Until the shit hits the fan, and then you either know if you're going to react or you're not. And that's it.
And Proud Boys. But he recorded the conversation. So, Jeremy Brown is a Green Beret and former Republican candidate in Florida's 14th Congressional District. Brown served in the United States Army from 92 to 2012 and reached the rank of Special Forces Master Sergeant.
That's right, Dan. They'll take us down with them.
Jeremy attended to stop the steel protests in D.C. Well, of course, we're going to be after him. Anybody that showed up there, guess what they're doing?
That's from COVID. Oh, yeah. Man, I hate to hear that.
That's January 6th. Now, he joined Oath Keepers, and we just lost the general. Stop the press. There he is. We got you back, Pop? Okay. I was waiting for what happened. Sorry about that. Can you hear okay? Okay. So, yeah, they're just knocking on doors and arresting people if they went to that event. So he joined Oath Keepers in November, went to D.C. to provide security and at the many protests and rallies that week. Now, earlier this month, he started speaking out about the Department of Homeland Security and FBI Joint Terrorism Task Force. JTFF contacted him and attempted to recruit him to spy on Americans, everyday Americans and patriots. In December, FBI agents contacted Jeremy Brown at his home for posting some things online. Jeremy, hey, I've had to knock on my door too. You know what? They were actually good guys. Again, somebody reported that I was, I guess, threatening Tom Cotton, who I had no idea who it was. I wasn't thinking senator. And now I'm being checked out. Yeah, guys are good guys doing a job. That's it. They weren't cabal players, puppets. But again, he released video surveillance of them coming to his door.
That's the general.
And he also released an audio.
Yeah, I don't judge those people that I saw fucking freeze up, or the people that I saw piss themselves. They weren't cut out for it, and it could have just easily been me. It blew the first time I knew I was being shot at. It blew my fucking mind. It didn't register. I never thought, oh, somebody's fixing to shoot at me. I never thought, what is that? I thought somebody was throwing rocks and it was causing the dust to kick up. I literally thought somebody was throwing rocks.
Recording that he recorded when he met up with them. Okay. Now, here's what it says. He struggled for months whether or not to go public with this information. But according to his Facebook page, after listening to politicians and the FBI director, Christopher Wray, tell lie after bald-faced lie to the American people, he couldn't stay silent any longer. That's why we saw in the beginning, through the intelligence operation, there were people that we were basically pointed toward to trust them. Once they were identified as sleeper agents in the government under Trump in the administration, there was a picture, boom, big X cross right through them, identified as a sleeper. And that's what we got. Why do you think he's still in the FBI with Biden there? So who these people are, folks. I like the guy as a congressman. This is a sharp dude. Like I said, these people are bought and paid for. Okay, just making sure he's still there. So he decided his desire to protect and defend the American people, and the truth was more important than privacy or personal safety. Earlier this month, Jeremy joined Brandon Gray on Band TV.
That's probably the best thing to do in a bank robbery is get the fuck out of the way.
Jeremy released video of his encounter with government officials when they came to his home. I already said that. And the audio of his meeting at the restaurant today had a meeting. He explains in his recent video that the FBI called his cell phone and asked for a meeting after trying to contact him at his house. Then he met the agents at a restaurant in December. He said that 38 seconds into the interview, the FBI attempted to recruit him to spy on Oath Keepers. See what we're dealing with, folks? I think Kirsten said this. 30,000 agents, 15,000 of them are bad actors.
So that, well, I don't know about bad actors. That is something the FBI is known to do. It's literally called like Fed posting. Like they'll be like, hey, struggling kid struggling in school who's also upset about this and that. Don't you think we should blame this group of people? How about we go attack this or blow this up? Wouldn't that be cool? And then they fucking literally get people tied up and shit. They've done it before.
So there's still a lot more work to do. That's why I believe the amount of sealed indictments that were, what should I say, that built up over Trump's 4 years was 220,000. And people would think, how can there be that many? Well, now we know. You got 15,000 at the FBI. Sad thing is there's good people in the FBI, committed good people. But as the cabal has done, they infiltrate everything. He's laying low right now. He's on the run, staying safe till the fallout, sees what the fallout's going to be. But it says this is really shocking information. The FBI is working to infiltrate patriot groups of retired military personnel to take an oath to uphold the U.S. Constitution. Now, what's wrong with retired military personnel taking an oath to uphold the Constitution? It was good enough whenever they were asked to serve or they volunteered to serve. Now, back in under Janet Napolitano, another criminal, the Arizona Mafia leader, Janet Napolitano, had classified in DHS, when she ran DHS, classified all ex-military as potential domestic terrorists. This is the shit we're dealing with. These kind of things are why at some point people have got to wake up and decide to get in the fight. Like, get in the fight. Do something. Become a voice. And many of you are.
You know that arrests, trials, and convictions for sex traffickers were actually down under Donald Trump in crime statistics? I mean, I like Donald Trump. I voted for Donald Trump. I voted for Donald Trump this past time, but I'm just saying, like, the truth is that they were actually down under Donald Trump as a president.
Our Patriot Street Fighters are here. I'm not talking to you. You're here. But if you're here, it's time to have a voice. Because I said this a couple times, thinking that there's not a fight that's going to come, right? We do not need a physical battle for this. Our fight is verbal. It's information warfare. It's getting information out to people, standing up because you're saying, we're done with this bullshit. We just need a trigger point of enough people. It's got to happen, just not here, but around the world. I did a radio show today with Joe Dalton over in Dublin, Ireland for his show, his radio show in many countries. So he was telling me about the lockdown there. So my comment to you folks in Ireland, when are you going to stand up? When are you going to take back and reacquire your individual God-given rights? Not your government regulated rights, your God-given rights that no man on this planet can tell you lawfully that you don't have these rights. This is what people have to wake up to eventually and inevitably. What I'm trying to do here is get people to take a stand right now, with what we see going on around the world. If you think the moves that these people have made and are currently making now, if you think that fight is not going to come to your doorstep, I said it before, that's like paying the cannibals to eat you last. You're going to get gone, brother, anyways. So what I can tell you is this. If people don't get in the fight right now, while it's peaceful and it's your voice and it's influence of numbers, because we outnumber these bastards by the billions. They're afraid you all stand up collectively and say, we're done with this bullshit. They know it's over. When that happens, that's the tipping point. That's when they haul ass. But if you don't stand up and get active in some way, you're going to fight eventually. Because again, if you can't see, they're going to go so far to where when that fight does come, it will be physical. It will be kinetic. And at that point, what are you facing? You will fight, believe me. When you have your freedom, your family, your nation on the brink, you will fight. Now, I can tell you this. You can do it now, or you can wait till later when you're comfortable, when you're no longer worried about what anybody thinks. Your choice. If you do it now, collectively, this bullshit ends fast. This lockdown bullshit ends fast. The people that are wearing masks, they're all followers. They're not making a stand on any level, any way, shape, or form. They're putting their masks on little kids and endangering their immune development, their health, their own health, and the child's immune development. You don't turn that shit around. That's lifelong. Okay.
I don't know that you're endangering a child's immune development. It depends on how. I mean, if you're putting a mask on them constantly for years of their life, sure. But if it's every once in a while and blah blah blah, you're probably not. I mean, I don't actually wear a mask. I just stay the fuck away from people when I go out. But I would also say that you're probably not. That's probably not happening to endanger their immune development when a kid wears a mask for like an hour a couple times a day. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't think so.
With that being said, that's the way these people are. They're going to follow. And if a lot of you people step up to lead this discussion, this conversation, Believe me, when the numbers tip, not even in our favor, they don't have to approach 50%, 20, 30%. They're going to start rethinking their position. The ones that are afraid to say, yeah, this is bullshit, I'm not wearing a mask. Guess what? They do win the fight. Patriots have to blaze the trail.
Yeah, this really, I don't have a whole lot to do with this. Like, if you want to stand up against masks, stand up against masks. I don't care.
Report cop. I covered this last night, so I'm not even going to get emotional about that bullshit. But so what do? They conduct themselves like criminals in their paperwork and everything else, so there's no record of what they did.
Hey, kids are pretty safe from. It seems like they're pretty safe from what's going on. I gotta watch what I say. I'm just saying, like, if they absolutely had to, I don't think that one of the check boxes you can put by that is that you're fucking with their immuno system. I wouldn't think so. And
look at her stature. What do you think they'd be willing to do to you? But we're going to have her on Friday. It's going to be a good show. By the way, we'll be on with Nino tomorrow night, the roundtable. Going to have Prime Minister on tomorrow.
Dude, Nino's breaking. Nino is breaking. That last video we watched of him, man, it looked like he was fixing to cry. He's breaking. He's so fucking caught up in it.
Right, on the roundtable, we're going to have Crystal Tini on the roundtable tomorrow night. Thursday night, Friday's going to be Judy. Wait till you hear the story. So that's what we're facing here.
I'm pretty sure that Veritas might have an interview coming up with one of these people that actually went out and got to meet everybody, got to the Vegas thing, got to see the movie, see who all was there, speak with everybody. I think Veritas Machine has a video.
Folks, that's what we're facing. Here's the thing. We are a peaceful lot of people. Patriot Street Fighters are peaceful. I got something to show you. Showed this last night. Some of you saw it, some of you didn't. So we now have taken possession of the very first prototype. We the people.
Okay, here we go again.
Peace pipe. How do you like this? That's the prototype.
Peace pipe. Okay.
Check it out. Is this the coolest thing? This is a prototype. Yes, they're going to be available. This is a peace pipe. Okay, check it out. You put your peyote, whatever you smoke in there, peace pipe. This is what we offer. That's what we offer. That's who we're. This is in honor of my grandparents' native heritage, right? So it's our peace pipe. This is what we want to do. This is what we want to offer, right? This is what we offer to tyrants. The peace pipe. If the tyrants refuse to participate in the peace pipe, where do we go from there? Where do we go from there? It's peace or whatever comes next. But I wanted to show you the Patriot Street Fighter Tomahawk. Isn't that the coolest thing? So this just, let me see it close up. This just came in. Okay, this thing's pretty heavy duty. See our little peyote.
We're gonna skim through the rest of this, and then we'll hop on. I'm gonna try to do some more of the Froggets. That was a hilarious video.
This isn't a utility, but it is. I mean, this is simply, this represents our native heritage of this country. This is.
What did you just say? Hold on.
A utility that even our settlers used when they came here. This is a little brown, heavy duty. See the Patriot Street Fighter Tomahawk. Isn't that the coolest thing? So this just, let me see it close up. This just came in. Okay, this thing's pretty heavy duty. See our little peyote bowl or whatever you put in yours. So this here comes. You gotta see it.
Is he talking about? So you're that's what he's smoking? Peyote? That's what he's doing? Peyote.
Comes in a beautiful brown wooden case.
Your caps lock is stuck on.
That has either blue or red velvet, and it sets in there. You do with it what you want. I mean, you know, this isn't a utility, but it is. I mean, this is simply, this represents our native heritage of this country. This is.
Holy shit! You're crazy. You're crazy. Where are they? Where are they? Where are their parents? Show me. Show me these 3 million children that were saved by the military. You're fucking crazy.
This was a utility that even our settlers used when they came here and discovered the peace pipe. Oh, which by the way serves as a tomahawk. So significant part of our heritage in this country. It signifies this Patriot Street Fighter revolution. And
what are you, damn drunk? What are you, damn drunk? Sometimes. Right now, I'm pretty fucked up.
That's not what
I smoked some peyote out of my tomahawk.
You get a kick out of this, but I want to make it clear. This is our peace pipe. This is what we're going to offer, the peace pipe. And hopefully, that's exactly what people would receive as the peace pipe. Hopefully. Anyways, I thought you get a kick out of that. It actually has a pretty cool.
Hopefully. If they don't, you know what to do to these scumbags.
Well, check this out. It's got a pretty cool leather cover. And this leather cover also serves as a holster. So you can carry it on your side. And I'd love to have this. And when I lived in California, I used to go up into Kings Canyon hike up 8,000 feet.
You know how long it took to teach him that you didn't have to stroke it from base to tip to get the smoke to come out? Every time they put it in his hand, he immediately went to fucking jerking it. I don't know what happened. Just over and over and over and over again. And he's like, why won't the smoke come out? He kept his tongue out like that. And finally they were able to get it away from him and show him how it actually worked.
In the Paradise Valley, which was a monster of a hike with 70-pound packs on it. It's climbing upstairs like for 7 hours. But just to have this strapped to my side, get up there, I had a Marine Recon knife with me, and I had to chop wood. We bring a hatchet, and I nearly broke my shoulder.
Yeah, it's probably something from Alibaba, if I had to guess.
Over days chopping wood, I thought, man, if I only had one of these with me. Anyways, it can serve as a defensive weapon.
I had one of these with me.
So there's our Patriot Street Fighter Tomahawk. So that being said, folks, all of you folks out there around the world, in other countries, we have not forgotten about you. I know that a lot of you folks are actually very afraid, more so than I am or we are here, because you expected what we expected at Trump inauguration, at least one that's open in the purview of the people, not the one we believe is going on behind the scenes. Is there a battle happening? Yes. The information I am getting from
where?
From this
where at? Where? Who is it?
Is that
it's not any of my friends who are still in the military. None of them. So where is it? What happened? Where'd it go? Huh? Where is it?
Subterranean warfare operators are truly in a battle of life and death for what's happening there.
That's not true. I mean, I still know all kinds of people around the special forces. Where they at? Those people aren't going. Are they just the ones that are all left out on several teams all around the fucking world? They were left out, but you know that a secret group of protectors that have been protecting the human race for millennia told you, so now you know?
They are dying. There were 200 people in one of the dumbs, and I think it was Tennessee, if I understood this intel. I got to decipher some of this stuff. Happened, they were really killed. And there are others that are losing their lives.
Really? Oh, it happened in Tennessee. Sure, okay.
Almost on a daily basis, fighting this subterranean war. There is a war, there is a battle. And we can't take for granted at all, because you don't see this stuff. And people say, well, I need proof evidence. You know what? Tell that to a special operator that's actually sworn to secrecy and doesn't have any leaks, and they're a true patriot, because soldiers don't do that shit. They don't just leak stuff and go out and spread it to the world. I'm being entrusted with some information because I've earned the trust, and I'm responsible. And I would rather not give you information that maybe you should have, to make sure that the information that I actually give to you is actually warranted given the circumstances. But I can tell you,
you got me. I'm an idiot.
A battle. It's truly a war.
Okay.
It's not easy, as I found out. I know we're asking.
You realize you showed up at my show. Like I didn't ask you to come here. Like you can leave. Bye. Love you. See you later.
Kickers on that front is our special operators, whether they're from around the world, our guys, other
cracking a joke. That's funny. That's funny, Tylen.
But they're taking losses. They're taking some serious losses. So don't for a minute think that we have the right to sleep under their cover of protection and ignore everything else that's going on, because we don't want to know, because we don't want to put our asses out there or our voices out there in the line and go against the tide. Because as I said before, we're going to hold the line. That's all you brilliant patriots are doing. You're holding the forking line, like, brilliantly. And we're
That's right. Hold the line.
Warfare while they're conducting kinetic warfare. We're not taking bullets. I'm not taking bullets. I know some want me, but so be it. This is war. We're fighting it on a level we have to. These guys are in front of this every day. So our job is to do exactly what you're doing. I just want you to be bolder.
Put the Kraken in the pop.
Joe Hogston. This guy, we went down, and I'll put the video up. I thought it was a pretty interesting show we did. It was about 90 minutes. A very sharp guy. We get into the quantum physics realm, which I'm always interested in.
I'm so angry at this guy's show. I'm going to watch it and then say, you're an idiot, because this guy's amazing. Uh-oh, there's a donation. That'll make it even madder. Beverly, $10 into the
Scott McKay.
Fuck Scott McKay. That's right. Fuck Scott McKay. We got him. Thank you very much. That was an airstrike she called it on the lizard people. That airstrike that just happened on the screen was actually a more legitimate military operation than anything that Scott McKay is reporting to you guys.
Talking about, but a guy like him, he been down the rabbit hole, secret space program stuff, quantum physics, whatever, and he started a channel. He's doing a show, just like you can do. A lot of you people can do the same thing. It's just recruiting people to come together.
Perfect.
We got to come together. We have to unite. We got to unify. No fighting, stop fighting patriots if you're fighting patriots. The shills beat the shit out of them. I don't care about those people. But don't mistake patriots for shills, because if they don't think exactly the way you do, right, doesn't mean they're wrong. Look, I'm not always right. There's some things I'm wrong.
Fuck Scott McKay. That's right. That's right. We got a fuck Scott McKay chant going on. By the way, he just said, well, don't mess with that. Don't call them shills if they're patriots. They just believe differently than you. That's not a shill. That's not a shill. They just believe differently than you. Well, I believe differently than you. I believe differently than you. Assholes.
But I'm just looking for the truth. I'll tell you what I know when I know it, but I'm just looking for truth. Yeah.
That's so fucked up to come. Thank you very much for that donation, racist. That's so fucked up to say too that, I got those pictures that I had. Oh God. that 200 special forces operators died underground. Really. I've checked to see. I've checked the schedule at Arlington. There's not 200 burials going on. I've checked with my friends all over the special forces. They're not fighting underground. I've checked everywhere. I don't know what's going on here. Seems weird.
And Dustin B says, stand down, Patriots. Yeah, I mean, what I'm saying by stand down is be ready. The Minutemen, those people were ready. Our founding fathers, those guys were ready, right? They were ready. They might have stood down, the Minutemen, but within 60 seconds, they were armed up and they were out the door on the run to go meet where they needed in battle. That's what we have to do. Just because Patriots are sitting on the sidelines with whatever they got, armament to protect their families or whatever, that doesn't mean nothing's being done. People need to be ready. Do I think we're going that way? I don't. I really don't. Nobody wants it. I don't think it'll be necessary. But if it becomes necessary, all I can say is unleash the hell that is inside of you, because it'll come. Because we are not.
There you go. The hell that's inside of you. Go get it. Go get it.
I want it to do the way we're doing it, because we need to wake these people up so they stand up and they'll say enough of this bullshit. You folks around the world, I know there's people around the world right now that are coming out in revolt against this COVID bullshit. By the way, there's another round coming. I heard that too. There's another lockdown that they're going to be throwing at us again. So you have to ask yourself, what are you willing to lose? Are you willing to lose another job, a business, a house, or whatever? Once we get to a point where we get enough of these guys I'm talking to, special operators that are organized, say, you know what? Yeah, we're going to school board meetings. We're going to city council meetings. We're going to start putting our voices out there with force as they've earned it.
So Scott's going to take Navy SEALs and plant them strategically in every school board in the United States. Navy SEALs in every school board in the United States. That's what he's going to do. He has become their general.
People to stand the hell up and say this bullshit is over. And then once people see that are still wearing a mask in their sleep, what do you think they're going to do? Holy shit, something's going on here. I better check out the crowd. I better go with the flow. As they're going with the flow, I don't care how they wake up. They just have to wake up, and you have to be part of leading that to happen. Anyways, that's pretty much all I had for you tonight. I'm going to go through the threads here, see if there's any.
If you're telling me the operators, when approaching a hostile position, surrounded the position, and the people inside said, "We give up, come on in," and then you're like, "Okay, guys, let's go in," and you sent 200 people in to be fucking blown up by a known tactic of a suicide vest, you are outside of your fucking mind. I've been on those missions. I've had people give up inside a structure. You know what we do? We have them walk out one by one, where they are bagged and tagged and thrown in the back of a Humvee, set face down in the desert, something. We don't walk in and say, "Okay, guys, they gave up. The next 200 men, let's all go inside." "Oh, no, they didn't really give up." Fucking idiots.
Questions in here in particular.
Not how that works.
Yeah, somebody asked about Juan.
But I wouldn't expect someone like this to know. All he's doing is repeating a story.
We're trying to connect on a Wednesday, but my schedule gets completely overloaded. Smoke the fork and weed. Jim Carrey's a libtard. Hey, that's true. But yeah, my schedule just gets crushed. It seems like I'm trying to get some time free, but it just keeps I keep taking more and more shows to do with other people. So it's eating up a lot of my time. And when I try to get to Juan, same thing. It's, he's on the run. So we'll finally connect on that. Let's see.
Your
Barbara.
father was a bitch.
Barbara, you can't spell your. You can't spell your, and you're out here trying to make fun of my kid. Get the fuck out of here, you dumb cunt. You can't spell the word your, and you're trying to make fun of my kid. You can't spell the word your correctly.
Just look. Okay.
Good job trolling.
Exposing cabal out of here. You're out. I don't even care if it was a mistake. Your ass is out. Hasta la fork and bye-bye.
Uh-oh. Hasta la fork and bye-bye.
Okay. And where's Juan been? Juan's all over the place. We're fighting in the dumbs? Yeah, what we're fighting in the dumbs is that's where they're trafficking these children.
Deep in those dumbs. Deep in the dumbs. Deep down dumbs. Dumbs.
Bloodletting for adrenochrome after they torture the hell out of them. They get in the blood.
They've got you literally repeating the word dumb over and over again while also claiming while also claiming that the April Fool's Day is when all of your wildest dreams are going to come true. They've got you running around repeating dumbs and also believing that April Fool's Day is going to be your vindication. That's when it's all good. That's when it all happens. That's when the score is finally settled. I got you.
Strained for their own sick, twisted, drug-fueled reasons, and then believe it or not, they consume. They're cannibals. Consume because they're Satanists. That's what's going on down there. Yeah, so they're fighting humans, but they're fighting some other beings that you probably
I have done that stuff. I have been with special forces teams. I've fucking lived in a special forces safe house for almost a year. What have you fucking done? What has Scott fucking done? None of y'all have fucking done it. But you want to tell me all about it. Special forces, they just took a hit. Oh, this happened. Oh, this is the way they move in. Oh, this is the way they operate. This is the way they attack these bases. This is the way they did it. Jesus Christ, y'all are fucking retarded. Scott McKay's never been in the military. He's military, you idiot. Okay, you got me.
Absolutely.
No, he says himself he's never been in the military. He's a lying piece of shit.
How about that? $86 million for illegals. How about that? I don't know about you, but I never saw one penny of stimulus money of the whatever COVID money. I don't give a shit. I never took any disability when I was, in that situation for many years. Never took a dime of it.
There you go.
Stimulus money. I can't be bribed or lured in with money. That's just not going to work.
By the way, it's your with an R-E. Don, you misspelled your.
So they can keep it. Just shows what they are.
No, Jaco's a real SEAL. I know some guys. That knew him from team days and from training days. They actually feel really bad for him. They think he's down a rabbit hole. They think somebody's convinced him and kind of pulled the wool over his eyes. And I don't. That's all I want to say.
So yeah, there's lots of disinfo out there. Let's see. It's going to turn into a real fight, I fear. I don't know. I really don't. I don't believe so. I really don't. Let's see.
I think there's some deeper issues that made him more vulnerable to some stuff that was going on, and I think there is help on the way. I guess that's all I want to say.
Any questions in there? Now that I'm taking questions. Love this one. Susan Miller, 70-year-old granny is ready to rise up. You see what I'm talking about? We got some fork and tough Lady Patriot Street Fighter. She's 70. She can handle a weapon. She's ready to go. That's what America is. Let's see. When I say we already won.
I got your vaccine hanging here. I got to deliver it by hand anytime you want to show up.
On this battle, folks, we already have. All right. But that doesn't mean mop up and clean up operations to make sure we kill off every piece of bacteria that existed in this global planetary disease. You got to get them all. If you don't get them all, one bacteria
got to get them all.
Will bring that infection back. I got it in my leg. You can't get any blood flow to metal, right? If there's bacteria on metal, you can wipe out everything else with whatever you're using. No blood flow to metal. Guess what happens? One or two or however many bacteria sit on that metal. Guess what they do? They do what they do. Like parasites or bacteria do, they multiply. Like pollen.
We all knew of Chris Kyle at the time. We all knew of Chris Kyle, and I ran into him once in passing. I didn't get a chance to talk to him. At first I thought it wasn't him. Like I convinced myself, oh, that's not him. And then I found out it was him after we had passed, and I never got a chance to talk to him. I never got a chance to meet him, introduce myself, nothing. But we knew who he was. Politicians, scumbag politicians, bureaucrats,
Heads of, they multiply. They divide, they replicate. They're like rabbits. So that being said, you have to get them all. And that's what these guys are doing. You don't lose the U.S. presidency, folks. Karzarian Mafia doesn't.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. If you believe in Scott, he just told you that was fake. Don't worry. It was fake. It was a plant.
Lose countries. Never happened. They don't lose the Federal Reserve Bank.
I'm not reading all that shit. Are you kidding me?
That doesn't mean we won't end up in a prolonged fight if we still sit back and do nothing, because they're going to try to survive. And that's when they're really dangerous. Yeah.
There's some server, Kyle.
He was asking me, like, how much pain is there to be doled out? Well, I said this before, in the intel drops, now comes the pain. We got that Patriot Street Fighter shirt that they did of me, blue and white face like this coming down. Now comes the pain. It's actually kind of funny. But guess what? That pain is not just referencing the enemy. We deserve it too. Why? Because we allowed this shit to go on so long. And now, as I said earlier today on the show, now that we know 800,000 kids are being stolen, trafficked. I mean, I got a call yesterday that somebody up in Northern California, keeping names private, stumbled into the dark web doing research and found a surgeon who takes small kids, amputates their.
By the way, real quick, we'll back up and listen to this, but that 800,000 number is extremely, extremely overinflated. That number includes, like, say I had my kids at the park and I got distracted or something happened or the fucking car wreck behind me and I'm not paying attention. Oh God, my kid went missing. And I call the cops and panic. That number gets reported. Cops show up. We look over across the street. He's just sitting there, or he's sitting on the other side of the park, or he walked to the edge of the wood line and he's just standing there. Like those numbers get put into that as missing children. It's every child that's ever reported, every phone call that ever goes in, ever. I had a friend of ours, I guess a family friend. Their kid just hid from them one time, and they panicked so bad they called the cops. They could not find this kid, and the kid was just hiding from them, and they thought maybe he had gotten out the back door, maybe he had walked away, blah blah blah. That got put into the numbers. That's a widely over-exaggerated number.
Keeping names private, stumbled into the dark web doing research and found a surgeon who takes small kids, amputates their limbs, elbow down, knee down, and then sells live human baby dolls. Now, you know how sick that is? Do you know what's equally as sick is the knowledge that we have that this shit is being done to kids? Yet, even our Christian brethren, I'm not going to do anything. My life's okay. And I said this earlier today. What happens when Christ shows up and says, Christ won't talk like I will. You can't bullshit me. I know exactly when you knew this existed. And what did you do to help save your brothers and sisters? You know this stuff went on. How did you serve humanity? How did you earn your way? How did you earn the right to be in heaven?
Oh, if it's telling you that, if it's telling you that, then Joel, go to the coffee one. buymeacoffee.com/cold beer. It wants you to sign up for a streaming page. It's stupid the way it works if you come from Facebook sometimes.
Right? Think about it. Why do I hate my Christian brothers and sisters?
I hate that.
Because
I really like that website, but it's been messing up on the Facebook side.
Action plan into motion. You need to do something. Faith without works is dead, right? We have to do something. We can't stand by while Satan is destroying aspects of humanity and pretend it's not happening because it's not happening to me or my family. That's the pain we're going to feel.
Oh, okay.
How about the lost jobs? How about, now again, I sympathize with that. Nobody knows better probably than me.
Why are there so many older white women that are deep into this shit? They come out and attack me and fucking make fun of my kid who's my special needs kid. Like, oh, this'll get him. Listen, let me talk about his kid who's special needs while I'm like, oh, Scott's rescuing babies. Or wish death on me. Or tell me what a piece of shit I am. What is with you all old women? Do y'all want to fuck Scott? You think he's gonna come give you some dick or something? Is that what's going on? Damn.
Losing everything, losing your physical capability, being trapped in a wrecked hall with pain you can't imagine that you're stuck in, you can't get out of, losing your company, losing your whole life, all of it. 8 months later, it's gone, like everything. I know what that is. I totally know that. Here I am. I didn't die. I'm here.
We know it. We got it. We know it.
But too many of us have done nothing for decades, and especially the last 10 years, 5 years, done nothing. No voice of opposition, no getting out there and working in elections, no banging on doors, putting door hangers out, talking to people, all the things it takes to remain free. I'm not going to do that. I'm too good to do that. Too good to do that. I've seen it. And I said this a long time ago. Business guys that I loved, they're too busy to come out and do anything. Hey, how about writing me a check then? Once in a great while. What happens one day when this shit comes up on your doorstep and affects your business? Nobody believed it would happen. I said this in 2004. what's happening now.
See, someone just increased the number already. So he said 800,000 kids go missing. She just said 800,000 kids trafficked. That's how they manipulate the number. I already said that number's way overinflated, because every phone call that gets made, whether you find the kid immediately after, every kid that gets reported through the cops for staying over at dad's too long, and then the visitation ends and they want a record of it, so when they go to court they can say, look, he has visitation from this time to this time, but he's been keeping him 2 hours later every time. All those get reported. Now that went to, oh, well, we got to believe that 800,000 kids are missing. That went to 800,000 kids are trafficked. That's how they keep fucking pushing that narrative. They keep raising the number. They keep pushing more and more towards, 800,000 kids been trafficked.
Exactly. That's why everybody has to participate in a republic to maintain our freedom. So I'm not making light of that, but I'm telling you, we earned this. Whatever it's coming at us, we earned it because we refuse to address these people. I'm on a soapbox. I apologize tonight. I got kind of triggered a little bit on a couple shows today because we talked about a lot of stuff.
Triggered.
It just is what it is, because here we are dealing with this stuff. Anyways, I'm going to let you folks go. I think...
okay, one kid molested is too many. But you have to be... you have to be dumb to think that you could prevent every kid from ever being molested ever. Do you think that's a possibility? It's not.
Yeah, well, just tomorrow we will be on at same time. We got our other 3 people that are going to be here in the round table, and anything interesting pops up, I'll let you know. I got some stuff that came to me today twice, but I got to read through some of it to try to decipher it, see if it's anything that's relevant that we need to know about, and then I'll talk about that to some degree tomorrow night. So thanks everybody for showing up tonight once again. I appreciate all of you. You guys are doing a remarkable job, and I'm going to...
How many children are never reported? In the grand scheme of things, probably a very, 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 very small percentage.
I'm going to try to get on Patriot Street Fighters today. I don't even know what day it is anymore. What day is it? Tuesday? Yeah. Okay. I was thinking tomorrow was Thursday. So tomorrow is our, by the way, they took down at my show with Kirsten and Dave Snedeker, which we're doing tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, my time, 7 Eastern. So they took that down. They took it down yesterday. So that's how they work. I'm already in jail.
The site that you're on is called Facebook, Robin. This isn't a site. You're watching a video on the website, Facebook, or the app, Facebook. I can't control the site, just the video.
Again, while I'm in jail. I'm already in for 7 days. So they went and found another video that they could easily just say, oh, we're throwing this video out. Because you're already in jail, because you're in jail, Scott, we're not going to give you another strike. We're keeping you at strike 1, a 7-day penalty box. I was so happy. I was like, that is freaking awesome. I almost had tears. Why? Because anytime else they come after me again, they jumped right from 1 strike to killing the channel. So folks, they're softening up. They didn't kill the channel for what they considered a 2nd strike. They're softening up. We have them on the fork and ropes, I'm telling you. Anyways, you guys all have a great night.
Don't lump all the old white women together. I got you.
Signing out. Have a great night, folks.
He's out. We got the salute. We got the full salute. We got the full salute. I guess we're out. Now. All right. I want to try to find the Froggets, because that's absolutely the funniest thing I believe I've ever watched in my life. So let's see if we can find them. Douglas, Cosma. I think they're still banned. They got a week-long ban. And I know they did a show last night, because they had a show while we were watching one of their shows. This was yesterday at 9:30. So yeah, they had a show last night. That's the one we watched, I think. No. This is the one we watched. What's written in the book of Revelation, not Revelations. Everybody tells me I need to read the Bible. You know that Revelation is singular, right? Revelation. It's not it's not plural. It's revelation. It's not multiple revelations. It's revelation. Another purple heart for the man in the back. That's right. Oh God, it just flashed them for a second. That looked creepy as hell. All right, Froggets, what do we got tonight? Last night was probably one of the better videos we've ever done.
Welcome to the Frog News Network, the Froggy News
Miss
Live.
Alexa.
I'm Doug Cosma, and that's Mike Penny.
Hey.
All right, guys, let us know where you're watching us from. I finally got it right. Not calling in from San Antonio, Florida. There's really a San Antonio, Florida. Hey, Charlie, how you doing? You calling from the U.S. That's good. Michigan in the house.
Robin. Hey, sweet lady. Robin. Boonville, Kentucky.
Hey, Robin. Hope you're
Miss
feeling better.
Annette from Michigan.
Oklahoma, Cincinnati in the house. Michigan in the house.
Farragots.
Who won the ball game, Dad? Michigan won their ball game. They advanced to the next round.
Are there any fans at
God, that breathing's so awesome.
Absolutely. Lake Erie in the house. Springfield, Illinois.
Florida?
A McTrafficker.
Carolina.
The Traffickins. The Traffickins.
New York. We heard some really big things going to come out of New York this week. Forgot about it.
Oh no. That was quite a good New York impression. I don't want to play it again because it hurt my mind. But very good. Very good.
Get about it.
Forgot about
Oh God, they're still doing it. Oh no. Well, since you guys are doing it again, I guess we better back up. 143. Here we go.
House got
New
Texas.
York. We heard some really big things going to come out of New York this week. Forgot about it.
Forget about it.
Forgot about it. Lake Norman, Little Bit got a big gun.
Ontario, Canada.
She'll bust one of your butt. South Carolina in the house.
Saxon, Missouri.
Alabama, roll tide. From Kentucky.
Oh.
West Virginia in the house.
Kentucky always had a good basketball team.
Taylor, South Carolina.
Deborah.
You got to be careful with that roll tide shit. If you've got a sibling in the same room, that's actually a mating call.
Texas in the house.
Texas showing up big tonight.
Tennessee in the house.
Oh, God.
Tennessee, I think of Jack Daniels.
There's another
Quit drinking,
Floridian.
Where's that one from?
No, they're regular city boys, man.
North Kakalaki in the house.
They about that house. They about that life.
Yeah, guys, it's going.
There's a Buckeye. Welcome, Ohio.
Yeah, for some reason there's a lot of I'm not including you 55 Patsy in it, but there are a lot of old. I noticed in my comments a few weeks ago, I'm like, why the fuck are all these grandmas, like, not there's anything wrong with grandmas, but these grandmas are like cussing and yelling at me and screaming and attacking and shit. It was just overwhelming to see some of all the profile pictures were literally older white women with like white hair. And that grandma, like if you pictured a grandma, they were these grandmas, and they were like telling me how I'm going to die and like making fun of my fucking kid and shit. I have no idea why they come out of the woodwork for Scott like that.
Canada, oh Canada.
I guess because his show is more like we're the meat grinders or whatever he says, and we're going to fork your dick bag or whatever he says. It's the whole bravado around his channel. It like emboldens people.
New Mexico in the house.
Cookeville, Tennessee. I've been there, man. I have a friend that lives in Cookeville, Tennessee. She did down a little country road
shithole.
there. It's got to be the same place. Isn't that about 60 miles from Nashville off of 40?
Miller, Missouri in the
all
house.
the tornadoes
Everything in Tennessee is somewhere off 40.
came through.
New York showing up tonight. Maryland, MD in the
I hope
house.
they got Como and Schumer on the end of a rope by the end of the week.
Oh, you can't say that.
That'd be sweet. There'd be a jubilee up there for that.
Wellington, Kansas.
You can't hardly hear
the
us.
Land of Oz.
You need to turn your volume up. How's everybody else? Can you hear us? Can you guys hear us?
Are we
That's
5
usually
by 5?
never a problem.
New York. Hey, I'm a New York guy. I'm a New York guy from New York.
Man, you're gonna run the place out of silver. Another 100. What do you got? 1,000 ounces now? That's $10 million. You know what I mean?
Trump can't.
40 in Tennessee runs from end to end, basically, from like where it comes in near Asheville, North Carolina, all the way out the fucking other end. So it's not are you near 40, it's how close to 40 are you, basically.
Here, that's right. 5 by 5.
Five by five. I can hear you. Listen, guys, things are happening. Richmond where? There's a Richmond, California, a Richmond, Virginia, and there's many other Richmonds throughout the country.
There's probably a Richmond in just about every state.
All right. If you're in Michigan, you can't be just fine.
What about?
Oh, yeah. I think I talked to you before, Derek, about Knoxville. I'm a couple hours away from Knoxville.
They're already switched over to it. It's called.
It does. I-40 runs from coast to coast.
I had somebody, man, that I do business with. He said, "Man, can you pay me with Bitcoin?"
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. It's somebody asking for the link. It's either HTTPS just colon / www. buymeacoffee.com / cold beer. I think that's it. Yeah, I think. Let's see. I'll click it first. That's it. The Cold Beer Confessional. You can also put, instead of buy me a coffee, I don't know if you guys were here when I said this. I just realized instead of buy me a coffee, you can put buy me a beer / cold beer. That's what I should have been advertising as buymeabeer.com / cold beer.
Leave it that. He's into it. That's when you may get your money out of that stuff.
Like 75 in Michigan. That's right.
That's the way of the future.
My wife has family in Michigan.
Eventually, but it's not right now.
Not by the people that's running it now. The people that are running
That's
it
right.
now are the paying people that are running the trafficking children. It's the mark of the beast on it.
Mm.
I'm fine in Michigan. That's good, Rob.
That's right. I got you, Derek.
Hope you're feeling better. I'm so excited I can't sleep. I've been
Join
like
the
that
club,
for a week.
Mindy.
Last night was the first night I really got a decent night's sleep in about a week.
Mike's so excited he can't breathe.
I'm serious. I mean, I got to bed early. It must have been only about 2:00.
Oh, shit.
Cleveland in the house, Cleveland, Ohio.
And I slept till about 8:30, got up and took a nap till 11. Nothing
He's
yet.
got
on
330 ounces total, Mark. Jay Scott is collecting all the silver.
If you're waiting on Trump to come on Fox, he was already on there today. If you're waiting on Trump to come on Newsmax, he was already on there today.
I believe you will get the silver to offset the whole project, Mark.
Mm.
We'll get into why is Trump all of a sudden on the news channels just here in a minute. It isn't a coincidence he's just showing up on the news channels now.
Yeah, yes to RT.
Everybody
Yes to
thinks I
RT.
went
That's
off the
right.
deep end. Me too.
Yeah, all evens run east to west. All odds run north to south, predominantly.
My daughter won't even talk to me no more. I gotta wait till it's over, I think. There's no other reason she's avoiding me.
California
I explained
boomer.
to her one night and she hadn't
Florida.
She must have. Mom,
Hendersonville,
Dad,
Tennessee.
I'm wrong.
Minville.
Mom, he got a silver hat. He got an aluminum hat on.
I got mine on.
I don't need one. What I got is the truth.
Let's talk about that for a second while everybody's
ahead.
still jumping on.
Yeah, go ahead. man.
Guys, when you're sharing the truth with people,
Uh-huh.
and what we call the red pill, okay? When you come from a place of confidence and you're consistently confident in what you're sharing,
Very confident.
just let them react whatever way they want to react.
There you go.
Okay,
Just
they don't
react.
have to believe it when you have the faith in what you're sharing.
That's right. It's called
Yeah, a lot of the stuff that we've shared with you.
it's called being delirious.
There is. It's been founded. It's been researched, verified.
It's been founded. You can trust straight from me, Mike, Deep Breath, Penny. It's been founded.
A lot of times it's been gone over 10 or 20 times before it's even put out there. So come from a place of confidence and know that your faith is solid in it.
Mm.
And if they choose not to see it your way, then that's their problem.
That's their
I
problem.
always got to keep this by the computer.
You don't have to try to force it down their throat by any means.
But don't back down off that confidence, okay? And don't be arrogant.
Have you ever seen the videos of the ISIS people or Islamic extremists fucking Allah Akbaring American citizens or giving a speech before they do, and then it cuts off? All those videos where they burnt the Christians in the cages and shit like that. Do you see how confident they spoke? You know that their religion has been around for thousands of years. They believe it. It's been researched. It's been verified. It's been founded. Now, do you think that their religion is the one true religion, or do you have a difference of opinion there? Confidence does not make truth. Okay, I can tell you a really good lie for sure. Confidence does not make truth. It doesn't.
Yeah, obviously, but you want to be confident that you know what the truth is, and the more you are consistent with that same truth,
take it for the Wormwood Express.
Listen to you. That's how Doug and I started building this audience. Is that no matter what, we just didn't change. We didn't change what we had to say.
No, somebody asked us in the group
1400 years. I got you.
And we hardly ever do.
Yeah.
And somebody said, "Could we tone it down?" This group is not for children.
Ooh, listen, do not curse and tone it down. These fucking guys, I got my kids here watching y'all assholes, and every time I turn around, it's fuck this and fuck that, and I can't breathe. Jesus Christ, and I'm tired of it. Honestly, turn it down.
It's for adults only, really.
That's not right. Use it as an out.
That a child shouldn't see, but you should be explaining it to your child, not us.
Mike, you're absolutely right.
Because some of the stuff we talk about with
There's
the children,
my 1,000 messages, boys.
Children to hear. You know what I mean? And no, we're not going to change the way we're doing this. We're going to stay the way we are.
I think the big thing, Doug, is it's like Christy a little bit.
By the way, yesterday, I don't think I saw it till after the show was over, but Mike Jones bought donated through the buymeabeer.com. Thank you for that donation. He said worth every penny for this, and the Therminites did not send me. And we got Travis Hudgens with an Ollie's walking around money. We had some donations last night I don't think I got to, and I really feel bad about when I don't get to them. But it's supposed to pop up. I just didn't see it, I guess.
Her mom was worried about her and her sanity.
I understand.
But she doesn't waver. She doesn't waver. Every now and then she'll jump and ask one of us, to.
That's right. Repeating a lie doesn't make it true either.
Absolutely. I mean, I went and got my hair cut today, and the girl cutting my hair, I can't, and she started it, not me. I let them start I can't wait till we're done with these masks. Like I said, it won't be much longer. If you don't care, I'd prefer to take mine off. I'm scared I'll lose my job. I said, well, I'll leave it on. I don't want you to lose your job. But let's talk about this. See, she started.
Thank you, man.
She opened the conversation. All I did is, and all I told it.
Put this towards your king-size med bed. Thanks for the research. Thank you very much. That was from Joel. I appreciate it, Joel. Thank you very much. Thank you guys for the donations.
Told her like this. I says, look, this is not going to last much longer. I didn't get into what we're going to talk about tonight. I just told her, look, everything's not what you see is not what's really happening. And she goes, what do you mean? And as I checked out, I could tell she was being careful.
I know, absolutely. Absolutely. I could make a fucking killing. I could call 3 guys right now and just put them in on it and say, hey, man, I'll cut you 10% off whatever we make for the show. And call 3 guys right now that have fucking credentials that make me look like a Boy Scout. Have them call into the show, give their background, give what they did, and start talking about, okay, this is what's happening. This is the troop movement. This is where they're at. This is the exercise. This is how they're going to move into the building. This is how they blow the door off. This is how we set up the explosives. This is how we go in. This is how we snatch them up. This is how we pick up the kids. This is the treatment we go through. Guaranteed. I could be sitting here making fucking bank, dude. Like making 107 look like a fucking bitch. But I can't do it. I did one show as a joke, and I felt so bad after it. I couldn't. We were supposed to do a whole week of it. A whole week where I was acting like I was a true believer and I had changed my ways. And I couldn't. I did one show, and I felt so bad at some of the comments. People were saying like, "Oh, thank you. I prayed for this, and I'm so glad that this is happening." And this happened to me, and I was on the verge of what did that one person say? It wasn't like they were going to kill themselves, but damn, it was as close as you could get. Like I was on the verge of nothing but utter despair, and finally something came into my life that made me smile again. I'm so glad this is going on. I couldn't do it, and I thought I was being over the top to be funny. And man, I couldn't do it. There ain't no way. Like I didn't think people would believe that, and they did.
You didn't want the other girl to hear.
It's the same reason I wanted to have a skit with like a character I played that was like a crazy anon person, like a crazy person, like that would make Jason Q look normal. And I'm afraid that people will actually believe it. I really am. Like, I could come up with some crazy stuff, and they're probably going to start throwing it around. Like, I can't do it. I would feel so bad.
And I said, listen, all I can tell you is...
Yeah, we had about 3,000 people watching the first night I tried it.
Shortly, just know that everything's okay. The military
cleaning lady.
Biden is not in charge at all. And she looked at me and winked and goes, thanks, I needed that. I mean, I didn't try to shove it down her throat. She's already thinking that way anyway. You know what I mean? Now that, you know,
Christy is a masked warrior. Christy is the masked warrior.
That's my girl. The library tried to kick me out today. Boy, I bet they got a case.
I bet they got the masked police everywhere at the library.
I bet I might be small, but I'm about to give you a piece of my mind. Let me tell you something. You have no authority over me.
Oh, God, that good one. Guys, you got her.
Send you a link to join us, okay? Hold on. I
want to hear that story.
Hold on.
You get in here. Mike, how many ounces of silver do you currently have? I was about to buy 40 more, and that'll put me at 100.
I'm at 70.
You're at 70?
Yep.
I'm at 60. Damn, I'm falling behind. I was going to spend the $1,400 on silver, but I want to see the check first because I don't trust Biden at all.
That Christy girl is the one that you guys make fun of her voice, that real high pitched voice, and I found her Facebook profile because they're always saying that's our medical expert, that's the person that does our medicine, blah blah blah. All she has is that she went to a college that I think I looked up, but it just says self-employed in health and wellness. It doesn't say like doctor, nurse, RN. It just says self-employed at health and wellness. So I don't know. I know that she went to a private liberal arts college at one point for sure. That's what she's got listed on her Facebook page, and she also went to a regular college as well, in I think it was Pennsylvania, but she went to a private liberal arts college as well. She doesn't have a medical school listed. Not to say that she didn't, but she just has it listed as that, and she also sells a pyramid scheme style shit called Isagenics or Isagenics. Is a Genix? I don't know. She sells that, and it's like a pyramid scheme, sign your friends up, blah 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 kind of deal. You can either buy it one time, or you can sign up for like monthly things, and you get it a lot cheaper, or you can become an ambassador and you get everything at like half price. So That's her medical background. I don't think she's a doctor. I mean, she could fool me, but I haven't seen many doctors involved in a pyramid scheme that sell diet supplements through that pyramid scheme. But maybe, I guess.
I went to the IRS website and it said they're mailing
Watched
it Thursday.
DR a few times.
They said they mailed it Thursday. It took 3 weeks for it to ship from St. Louis to here. It came Pony Express. You know, it kept saying has been mailed. What the hell?
Snail mail.
Yeah. Going for 50 more. No,
It kind of the mask kind of depends on what state you're in. I had to wear one today because we were at I had to take my son to get a haircut, and the haircut place was packed, and they weren't letting anybody in without a haircut. He had to have a haircut before he went to. So me and my son wore one today. I didn't like it. And I don't wear one when I'm by myself, but I wasn't, one, going to cause a scene, and two, he needed a haircut before he left on his trip. So I just stuck a mask on and ran in there. We were in there for like 20 minutes and ran back out. It wasn't that big a deal.
That when we checked the price the other day on the debt clock.
Oh, you knew a girl who sold it?
30.
Yeah, they got wraps and supplements and all kinds of shit.
Even if that thing's off, even if that thing's off $4,500.
It's off a little bit more than $400 or $500.
Yeah, and it could be.
I mean, I did the simple math, and we're at a 7,300.
I'm thinking I got $100.
They're saying
$500,000.
Some experts are saying around 11,000.
Can you imagine that? You have 100 ounces, you got over $500,000. Come on. That's I'll be going around the world. I'll be paying to get in the bed. Let me in there.
I started years ago with silver coins.
They're going to run out of silver. Around 100 ounces of silver, you're in good shape. What's what Mike Roberts says. Yeah, I'm going to buy as much as I can, but still have cash on hand. And I looked at it like this, and this sounds crazy. I was discussing this with a little bit. So you buy bars of silver, is what I buy, 10-ounce bars. So with that being said, they're easy to hide. So no need in buying a safe so somebody could come in and rob your safe, and all your silver's gone because they took
rob your safe. They'll take the whole thing.
Hide it around your house. And the good part is, if your house even burns down, chances are silver won't melt in a fire that burns your house down.
Let Christy in. She's in the backstage.
Well, you'd be surprised. I mean, I've had fucking gun barrels and shit melt in house fires. Like a fucking gun barrel be laid over and shit. I bet you silver would melt, depending on where it's at and how hot it gets, for sure. For sure.
There she is.
Hi.
What's up? All right, tell me about
They kicked you out of the library. You got to tell us the story. You didn't wear your gun in there, did you?
I tell you, I think my daughter was like, "Oh my gosh, that's my mother."
Dad can cut the doors, but can't hear the doors.
How old's your daughter?
She's 12, so yeah.
Oh yeah, good and embarrassing.
Ooh.
Did you give the people a piece of your mind?
Yeah, so she reserved a book at the library, and I had her go in, and I was waiting in the car, and she.
First of all, she is the type of person. That would freak out and be like, "I'm a medical professional, and I'm going to tell you that this, blah 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 blah." I don't think. Yeah, but what still melts at 2750 or it depends. 2500, somewhere around there. I'm not saying that it would turn into a pool, but it would definitely lose its solidness. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, she's the type of person that would scream, "I'm a medical professional. You can't tell me blah blah blah," and really fucking flip out in front of some people, I'm sure. I've been to house fires where literally gun barrels melted. Like that, they weren't in safes or nothing, but the gun barrel would be like laid over to the side because they were thin, and the heat just got so hot inside the house. You'd be amazed how hot some places get in a house when you get like a backdraft or a lot of air going to one. You can turn it up kind of like a blowtorch or a furnace.
Called me to come in because she forgot her library card. So I get out of the car, take her wallet. Now, just walk right in,
One of the sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt again. One of the tech channels I watched just did a show where this guy was in the house fires that were out in the West Coast, and his computer burnt down, and the whole case was melted completely down. The power supply, all the windings and shit in it, everything was melted and bent over and folded in on itself. I don't know that it would become liquid and castable and disappear, but it definitely wouldn't be in the same shape if it got hot enough, I'm sure.
And the lady, there was like the mask police right there. I was livid when I got in there because my daughter did not take her mask in there. I've been training her; she doesn't wear it, right? And they gave her one of those, the disposable, ones that we have seen that may or may not have a chip in it, whatever. We've seen a lot of stuff.
You're breathing plastic,
right? And so I was livid when I saw that they had handed her one and she put it on because obviously she's 12 and
yeah. Hold on. Look at this. I just found this. I know I keep talking over the video, but I just found this. That just don't look good. That don't look good. Somebody went from having silver coins to having silver bars. Look at that shit. Damn it. Oh, the Gatlinburg fires were really bad. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I've only ever been to like one house that caught on fire, not like a string of fires or nothing. But damn, look at that. Those are all silver coins. So yeah, I think silver in some circumstances can melt in fires.
She got intimidated, whatever.
Right.
I walk in and the lady comes up to me. She's like, "Ma'am."
I love this woman's voice.
I said, "Oh yes, I can," and you just watch me. She goes, "Well, you can't be in here." I said, "Yes,
gas meter melted. Damn.
I've done this like several times, and the whole time I'm doing my stuff, and she's saying, "You can't be in here. You can't be in here." And
yeah, she did say I was livid.
During this conversation or this banter that we were having, in the process, my daughter got her books, and I said, "You have a nice day," and I left.
Meanwhile, while you're fussing, my business is done. See you later.
Yeah. But I just want to share this one thing regarding the mask, an interesting experience I had
got you, Derek.
With relationship to what's going to be going on here April the 11th. So we were across the street at a birthday party, almost all homeschool moms, and there were some dads there that work from home, mostly from our neighborhood surrounding areas. And one of the moms said to me, and I don't know how she heard this.
You can build a blast furnace to melt shit like that out of a flower pot.
I hear you're the one.
There's YouTube videos on it.
I said, what? What are you talking about? She said, "I hear you're in the know." And I said, "In the know for what?" And she goes, "Well, I hear you're up on everything that's going on, and you've got a
Kelly from The Office.
Blah, blah, blah. I said, "Yeah, I do." And I said, "I'm going to be doing an event around here." And anyway, one of the other homeschool moms said, "We're having a play date tomorrow." She goes, "We're the person all these homeschool moms and dads need to see. We need to have a meeting tomorrow while the kids are playing. We all want to join you on the 11th.
Look, she's an organizer, Mike. That's what I'm talking about.
So
you get
I'm pretty excited about it.
We're proud of you, man. Shit.
Oh.
I'm super excited.
Yeah.
I am super
I can't believe anybody would listen to her voice for that long.
I got that one you pull up, and I just walked through the door and pulled it down. But, I'm noticing when I'm in there, about 50% of the people ain't got them on their nose. You might as well take them off, because if you ain't got it on your nose, it really ain't. It's, not doing anything anyway. So I figure if it's not on my nose, why it should be down my mouth. I mean, I just walked around with it like this the whole time. I got a few looks. Nobody's dared to say anything. And like I told Mike, I got to prepare myself when people come at me. Instead of me being nasty, like mind your own effing business, I ought to be like, your mask is protecting you. You think so. Don't worry if I'm not wearing mine.
Yeah, I mean,
I worry about my health. You please worry about yours. And I wish you well, wish you the best health in the world. Something like that, as opposed to F you. And I don't care about the mask laws and blah, blah, blah. I got to work on what my comebacks are, because it's coming. You know what I mean?
What if those people were named Coincidence? Could you even pronounce it?
Well, one thing I wanted to say about the mask, the second incident occurred today. I had a conversation with a friend of mine.
2 incidents today.
Yeah. So I had a phone conversation with a friend of mine who lives up in, I think it's Maryland, either Maryland or Pennsylvania. She's in Pennsylvania. But anyway, long story short, it led down to the veterinarian. She was taking her dog into the vet to get some similar things that I have to get on my two little puppies. And I said, "Are you allowed to go in with your babies?" She said, "Yeah, absolutely." And so I had called my vet yesterday to get everything in order, and I called them today because they were having a meeting yesterday. And I've noticed that there's two doctor owners of the vet clinic. Neither one of them called me back today. So I called and I said, "Can I come in with my babies when I bring them in?" She said, "Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We don't allow that." And I said, "Let me get this straight." This is exactly what I said. I kid you not. I said, "Let me get this straight." I said, "You're wrapped up in bubble wrap, so you're protected from me, and you're telling me I can't come in with my puppies." She said, "That's right." And I was like, okay. I said, "How about if I talk to the owners of this clinic?" "Well, the one's in surgery and the other one isn't here." I said, "That's fine. When will she be out of surgery?" So I went round and round. Needless to say, I never got a call back. Needless to say, I never scheduled the things that my puppies need to have done. I mean, it's not an emergency. But you can bet your bottom dollar I will go over there and I will be talking to that owner. I can promise you.
You're gonna get a piece of your mind.
I mean, I just thought that.
And I'm about to tell
the third time you said that.
To use your veterinary clinic.
Oh, exactly.
Were the dogs wearing masks?
But the point being is that, in this town where they are, it's a very liberal town. It's a really small college town. You guys can probably guess the area where I'm talking about, right? But yet there are little bars and stuff around there where, like I said, you can go into a bar, you can have a drink, you can sit beside somebody.
Did the stream just go down?
Right? And I was like,
what the hell? Did the stream just randomly go down? Hello? What the hell? That was weird. Hold on, let me see. Bow, bow, Grift Busters. Da-na-na, Grift Busters. Ba-da-da-da, Grift Busters. Ba-na, Grift Busters. Sorry, I think we're back, but I have no idea what happened. I have absolutely no idea what just happened. I don't. It just told me that I was no longer streaming. And then when I hit start streaming, it said that the stream key was bad. But then I just hit it again and it came right back. Here we are. Anyway, she's still fighting with the veterinarian.
I think Pennsylvania, I'm not so sure, like Maryland, I think is probably, some of the other northern
She hit the brown note.
Because I made some other phone calls of some friends that live there that have pets in those areas. I didn't go calling veterinarian clinics. But I reached out and they're like, "Yeah, we can go." And so I said, "You mean to tell me these more corrupt states than what we are letting the owners in?"
Yeah, it might be Restream.
Their puppies, and you're not going to let me in? Yeah, this isn't going to fly. Yeah, it was just so. Needless to say, they probably told the owner how ticked off I was, so I did not get a call back. But I truly want to know. And
let me tell you, you can quickly tell the owner how ticked off you were if they have a Google listing. Okay, if you just go to your phone and look them up on Google, go to Google Maps and leave them a review
on Google Maps.
On Google Maps, it's instantaneous traffic. Okay, because everybody's phone that passes in through that area is alerted that they just got a review.
Oh, this is the Froggets. That's right.
And then find them and then write it.
Then leave some nice feedback.
Mm-hmm.
I asked, and I felt bad for the receptionist, whoever, because she said, "We just had a meeting and this was the decision." Obviously, it wasn't hers; it was the owner's. And I said, "Well, let me ask you this." I said, "What is going to be what is the catalyst? What are you waiting for to be able to say yes? The owners of the pets can come in. Tell me, you were in the meeting." You have some information. You didn't make the decision, but I want to know the information. And she said, "Well, they're waiting to see how many people are going to get the vaccine." I said, "There you have it. There you have it." I said, "That's exactly right." And she goes, "So it may be summertime. They're just waiting to see how many people before they let you come in." I'm like, "That's not what bars and restaurants are doing." I mean, I was just blown away.
Well, for another thing, it's none of their business how many people get the vaccine.
Exactly.
Okay, I mean it's unlawful for them to even think that they could possess that information.
Did you see where somebody posted in our group where this lady has a website you can go to and you can print out the cards that's against the Constitution for them?
Oh, that sounds good.
I'm going to go ahead and order 2,500 because my printer prints vinyl. It doesn't print. It prints card stock, but I don't want to buy a whole roll of it and do all that. But I'm about to buy 2,500 or 5,000 cards. And if anybody needs them, you just pay the postage. I'll send them to you. A 5x7 postcard, you just keep it in your pocket and walk in. If they ask you for your mask, hand them that card and say, you can call the cops if you want, but it's against the Constitution. If you're open to the public, it doesn't matter what your policy is. If you're open to the public and you're not letting me in, it gets against the Constitution. It goes over the laws right in it, every one of them. Disabilities Act, it goes through every one of them. And they're up to $75,000.
What if they tell you have to wear shoes? I've never seen a bunch of people do that. What if they tell you have to have a shirt on? What if they tell you that your left nipple's out? What if they tell you all that? You right to refuse service.
Or fine. So
it's a private business.
Because I'll be filing a lawsuit against you and the company not for letting me in without a mask. And I bet their attitude changes.
Either disabled or have a medical condition. You could pull the medical condition thing, and they're not supposed to be able to ask you. So it just kind of leaves it up to interpretation. But still, just to say it's unconstitutional for people to ask you to wear a mask, it's not. You might not like it, but it's not unconstitutional to ask.
I would assume that is good for, like I said, like say like
buying 5,000 cards.
Library. Isn't that not a government?
You can use it to anywhere that is.
There's private and public libraries.
It wasn't good for is like privately owned places. For instance, might not work at a credit union. It might not work at going to American Legion and.
It might not work fucking anywhere. You just said privately owned places. What the fuck do you think? What? Every place is a privately owned place unless it's owned by the government, dude. It might not work at a credit union or an American Legion. What are those things? And what do they have to do? Oh, goddamn.
Showing that card. But if they're basically open for business as a retailer or as a restaurant, they have to.
Those are privately owned places. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You say privately owned places, but you don't know what privately owned places are. You have no. Holy shit. But if they're like a restaurant, like say you go to Dan's Steakhouse, now that's not a privately owned place. That's not like your local credit union or your local American Legion. Okay? Those are completely different entities. Okay.
Let you in by the Constitution and all the laws. You don't. Here's what happens: is there can be the governor can make up all these stupid things he wants, but the first one on there, the first question she tells you to ask them, you can go ahead and call the cops if you want. And if the cops do show up, you say, "I'll be glad to put that mask on if you can show me the law." And every law has a code, right? Because it was voted in. Show me that law. I'll be glad to abide by it.
That would be a good one to take to Starbucks because they won't serve you if you don't go in without a mask.
Well, I think the more, and here it is, you might not win every battle, but once they realize they're up against getting sued.
I don't go to Starbucks for that reason. I mean,
I don't go there because they don't like our military.
When they did the whole defund the military and defund the police thing, that was the end of it for me.
Correct. Yeah, I don't go either, but
the big thing is all these liberals or all these people who have these beliefs that are ill-conceived are stomping all over the Constitution, of the United States of America. And doing so, they're stomping all over American citizens who want to lawfully follow the Constitution of the United States.
Right. But anyway, so anybody that's in North Carolina, if you want to travel here, if you don't,
Oh God.
put this plug on April the 11th, probably early afternoon. I'm going to put the time out, probably either 1 or 2 o'clock after, some people are going to church or out to lunch or whatever. So 1 or 2 o'clock is when we're going to do an unmasked event here on the outskirts of Charlotte, Lake Norman area, which is where I am at. And I'm going to split people up probably into 2 or 3 groups, depending on the numbers, to go to 2 or 3 different locations.
Okay, I want to share something. I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about, okay? If I ever find the browser again, I will do it. Share screen, share now, share this. Okay, let me see if I can find it now.
What's he sharing?
Can you guys see this?
Oh, I see it. We see it.
Yep.
Okay, so this is what this lady's got made up. And it goes, this is a private business, has classification as a public accommodation. According to federal law, and it goes through the law, your private business serves the public and therefore must abide by all state and federal laws. Federal laws supersede state laws. No business policy should supersede that law. The governor's order, health order, emergency, or pandemic supersedes or constitutionally protects my rights. This business is open to the public, and I am the public. Your denial of my service of service violates federal law. That's number one. And then it just goes down, and there's so many on there. So these are the ones. So there's a front and a back. The front is just got an American flag on it. But I was thinking about getting like 5,000 of these printed up. If anybody wants them, I'll send you some. You just pay the postage on them. I'll give them to you for free.
Wow.
It's just part of me.
What a good guy.
In control. If you need some help to carry a card around, you can actually also, folks, go to this website, and I'll drop it in our group, and you can print this out if you got card stock, or you just got a piece of paper, and you can laminate this, carry it with you. This is federal law right here, okay? They just, federal law supersedes state law or any.
Oh, God.
Made up. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. Let me stop sharing. Come back over. But I'll put a link to that lady's website.
Isn't that him breathing?
Yes, I'm going to put it. I'll give it to you too. So that's a powerful thing to have with you. Besides
powerful.
Now you have the law in your hand. Now what do you want to do next? You better go get your supervisor, because you're just the door monitor, like the school monitor on the bus at this point. So go get somebody that's got some authority and come back and talk to me. I'm not being mean to you, but I've done all I can do with you at this point. Thank you for your help, but I need to talk to somebody else.
That's exactly right.
It's exactly what you need to do. And when that person gets there and says, your store policy, I'm going to need your name. Do you have a card? No, I have a pen and piece of paper. I want to write that down. Your name, the regional manager's name. He's about to get a call, and my attorney's about to get in touch with both of you.
Guys, seriously, on the spot, do the Google Map review.
And we're about to review your business right now.
It's instant traffic and instant eyeballs.
Oh, yeah, instantly. Instant traffic and eyeballs instantly. I'm still looking for the card. What website is this it comes from?
Google Map. MAP.
Review.
Do you have to be at the location to do it, Mike?
You don't have to be at the location to do it.
Okay.
Got it.
I'm not going to print 4. I'm going to print 5,000. I will send you 4. You just get in touch with me through Telegram, and I'll mail them off to you and let you know what it costs.
So, Doug, would you prefer everybody send you an email that wants those, or would you prefer they hit you through Telegram? I think you would be more organized if you had emails instead of your Telegram thing.
All right, I will post my email address in the Telegram, and then you send everybody that wants some of these cards. Let me know how many you want, and I'll
need a mailing address.
And I will show you what the postage is. And you can send me the money, Cash App, and we'll work it that way. And just let me know how many you want. I'm going to go order 5,000 of them. If you want to know, I'll show you what the front of the card looks like as well. The front of the card, that's not it. Let me see. This is that's what the front of the card will look like. I will take it in Photoshop and take her website off there, and we'll put the Frog News Network on there. Or maybe we'll put a big.
That's yeah. Just redo it and make it mine. I got you.
But you know what I mean.
They got so many posts over here. I can't see shit over here.
I feel, and I've said this the whole time, is the reason I'm doing this is because I feel like I'm helping people. I feel like God's called me, Mike, you, and everybody else to come together as his digital soldiers, as we talked about last night, that the dried bones could come back with flesh and blood.
Dried bones. Here we go.
That's what's happening to us as people right now. We're coming back as just lying souls to speaking souls, and we're speaking through the internet, through people at the store, through you can't deny me. I have my rights. We're standing up.
Sorry, I've been neglecting chat, but I cannot find the link that they're talking about.
We are the storm. Do you follow what I'm saying? So I'm more than happy to help in any way I can. Amazing that I can get all this business from my other company while I'm on here. Anyways, guys, I'm going to announce it now so we can get this over with. We are going to start having sponsors on here. All of this isn't free. And if the people are looking to become just a 30-second spot or would like to advertise on the side right here, as we get bigger and bigger, it'll probably be good for yours. We have picked up one already, and I'm going to show it real quick and just one time during the show.
Nancy, let me answer Nancy right quick.
All right, go ahead.
Nancy, you're exactly right, but we still need to continue to do our part until that does take place in the public sphere.
Okay. Someone said I thought it was one. I thought it was over. I thought we were done or what? Chad, I'm back. I couldn't find the link.
They're an IPTV service, and this is just a quick 20-second video to get an idea of what.
Yeah, I got fucked up for bullying Scott, and they said that I was inciting hateful rhetoric or violence against them.
What you get?
It's an ad? Have they got an ad in the middle of the show?
Hit me up in my private chat, and I'll put you in touch with the guy. I don't like I said, I can't add anything on here to the comment. Mike says I have something shut off, and I don't know how. But I can give you, if you get in touch with me privately, I can get you to the Telegram to Worldwide Streaming, and you can talk directly with them. If you'd like a free trial, or if you would like the monthly or yearly subscription, we can hook you up. It's all digital HD. It's real good stuff for a real good price. But anyways, enough of that. All right.
Okay, so let's get our show started tonight. We kind of took a sidetrack with Mask, and
we don't never have a script we go by. We just go. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I want to play.
Thank you, Christy, for sharing with us.
Yeah, thank you. You're the best.
Yeah.
I want to share a little video today that came out from Prague, and imagine a bunch of y'all probably already seen it. I'm going to get back on the comments. It is a video from Project Veritas, and I just want to play it real quick. If you haven't had a chance to see it, I want to show it to you if I can find it.
I'm on the ground in Donna, Texas. You want to take a look at this facility right here to your left. That is the Border Patrol tent facility. Stands right behind me. Just a month ago, Customs and Border Patrol.
Come on, Doug. Listen to that breathing, dude.
And we have never seen images inside this facility before. They won't even allow the non-profit lawyers who conduct the actual oversight of these immigration detention centers to go inside. Nobody has seen photos inside of this place until now. Project Veritas has obtained never before seen photographs of what it actually looks like inside this facility. Images showing people wrapped up in what looks like metal foil, laying on the ground, their faces covered. Why won't the administration be honest about this? Why won't they show you these images of a man who's telling us to leave? Where would the press? They told us it's private property, but you know what is private property? Airspace. We're going to fly to Cirrus right over the top of the Defense Center to get a better one. Airspace is
Damn it, buddy.
There's the facility right there. You see it? There it is. Flying over the facility to you. There you see the bus right over there? Bus is leaving the facility. It's now, during a recent press conference, the press secretary was asked a question why they haven't released these images.
Even you haven't released any images that you obviously could redact if you wanted to. Again, we remain committed to sharing with all of you data on the number of kids crossing
She dodged the question, saying, quote,
and we remain committed to transparency. I don't have an update for you on the timeline.
End quote. Well, press secretary of the White House, let Project Veritas do your job for you. Just last night,
I can't say much about Project Veritas. I kind of like Project Veritas. I could skip ahead, though.
Brought to the border.
Okay, here we go.
For child trafficking.
Absolutely.
Okay. That is deeply what the Biden administration is into. Okay. That's why they didn't want it filmed. That's why they didn't want you to know that it existed. They were asleep. Okay. They weren't dead. All right. As far as we know from Project Veritas, and the vans leaving in and out of there constantly. Okay. They're not dead. They're staying warm with those metal heat blankets. Okay. And unfortunately, if they have COVID, which they've reported 50 people have COVID, the warmer they stay, the more the COVID is going to spread. The stronger.
Oh, no. Keep them cold. Keep them froze. Keep them on ice. Put them in the freezer.
All right. The pandemic is not. The other thing that you have to understand is that these kids are being child trafficking to the tune of $14 million.
He does have a mess at the border. That's true. There's a mess in there.
Since they started flooding the border with them. Okay. This is no longer a scare tactic or a fake story. This is actually going on behind the scenes where people don't know about it. Okay, that's why the wall has been stopped. So these type of things could pick back up and start again. All right. Yes, the military. I'm gonna I will ask Doug to jump in and talk about the military jumping in because we're talking about national security as well.
So here's what I see happening, guys, and I bring this up almost.
What do we see happening? Tell me.
That there has to be a reason, and we all know the military is in charge, but for them to come out publicly, there has to be a big event. And I called this 3 weeks ago. I said the big event's going to be Texas. It's going to be the border. Okay.
Okay. Where's this event?
Security risks to our country. It's become very evident that Biden is not in a position to make any important decisions. Everybody else that's making decisions for him is putting our country at risk. Now is the time, from what I've heard, but I knew all along, Trump's been in Texas the whole time. These pictures you're seeing him at Mar-a-Lago, that's his brother that looks exactly like him. His brother.
Oh, okay. His twin brother.
Make himself look more like his brother. That's his double, his brother. He's a little heavier. But at any rate, he's been under protection by the military. It was him that did the speech and everything like that. You know, when you see him, there are certain times he is in Mar-a-Lago. But most of the time,
make him look just like his brother.
Pictures of somebody down there. It's
that way they can play cool tricks on each other.
Pictures. You got to know that he's under heavy security.
Sedation. Oh, security. I'm sorry.
Over 50 times since he's been in office, and I'm not just talking about, but I'm talking about shootouts. The Secret Service had to save his life. this is what's happened. So
I'm not.
being said, with the border in the position it is, he's already been like in a bunker in Texas for a month now, over a month. He comes out, he goes places and stuff like that, but he's under super security. He's not the one that's going to be in charge of taking our border back. It's going to be the military. And I was watching
okay.
The monkey guy that does all the plane stuff.
Monkey Works.
2 weeks ago, he says, man, they are sending a lot of assets down to the border. And the assets aren't for the people that are coming in. It's to put the people back out. And that's what you're not seeing. These have been pre-positioned. They're ready to go. It's go time. You're going to see this. And I know you keep moving the goalpost. We're out of moving the goalposts. Our country's at risk right now. The military's in charge.
But you're moving the goalpost.
Whoever's in charge of the military.
Y'all don't know Trump's brother had plastic surgery to be an identical twin?
You know what I'm saying? And far as the health of the...
You misunderstood that. Someone said Doug ate Trump for dinner.
Country.
It's different.
Under martial law, FEMA is in charge of every state. So that takes the governors out of position where they can't do anything. But I even believe before that, and like in the next day or at the most, you're going to start seeing people arrested. They've already said 2 giant arrests out in New York by week's end. That would be Schumer and Comer, the governor, will be arrested. All the what's got to happen is first is the sponsor council's got to show up to unseal the documents. A lot of these people have already been arrested, but once that starts, you're going to see, and maybe even before, that it's not only that it's going to be the National Guard that's helping protect the border down there, it's going to be the full military assets that have been pre-positioned down there. They have also been pre-positioned where the trial is up in Michigan. They're also pre-positioned in Chicago and other places that previously had riots. We're going to put this down quickly. And this is it, guys. This is what's going to happen. And I called it 3 weeks ago. And, you know, we're seeing a lot of drops out of the JFK Telegram group. I don't think it's JFK, but the guy's got a lot of good information. He's the one that said, and I started looking at that picture of Trump with that congressman. And the more I looked, I said, that guy looks a little shorter than Trump, and he looks a little heavier, but he looks a lot like him in the face, a lot like him. But anytime you see Trump and he's got his hat down like this, it's because that guy don't got the same hairdo as he does.
The way he wears if his hat's pulled down, it's fake anyway, Trump.
That's what I'm think's going on right now, Mike. Don't you think that the big event will be the border in Texas and the military coming in and taking and announcing to the United States that we're in control?
Yeah, I think that it'll be a formal thing that we will hear about, especially if Durham report goes live. From what we understand, and Sean Hannity special report probably.
Well, the lizard people are a big fan of Choco Tacos, and they come in a full bag that's made like that
this week or sooner if it can get any sooner with the John Durham report. But the more they approach the supposed administration in charge, the supposed approach national security stuff, the more you'll see the presence of the military, and it'll have to be public.
Awesome.
It'll have to be a public announcement.
I'm watching.
Texas is a huge life-size gigantic national security event crisis going on right now. Okay. And a lot of people that are far left are choosing to ignore it, but that's because of the child trafficking going on. Guys, they've already been following the money. Okay. $14 million a day since they've been crossing the border with these children.
It's crazy. So we know the assets are down there. It's just a matter of somebody giving the order now. And I think it's inevitable. It's got to happen. And this is why, and I'll go a step further. Why would Trump all of a sudden start appearing on TV? Why?
Good call. Good call.
It's because this is getting ready to go down. Even though he's supposedly not in charge, he is getting as much airtime and getting as much stuff out there, because when he's on TV, people listen. He's bigger than E.F. Hutton. You follow what I'm saying? So you're going to see a lot more of him on TV as this unfolds. Not to say he's going to be the one that says they ought to send a bunch of military down the border. He's never going to say that, but he's going to tell you how bad things are. And if Project Veritas got that video of them pictures from in there, they always got more. They never give it all away the first time. Remember with Facebook, remember with Google, he's got more. Trust me, there's more people on the inside with more information.
How many more people? More than his brother?
It's getting ready to go down.
How many other people had plastic surgery to look just like Trump?
He is out of the picture. Nassara has started.
Yeah, he's hitting a bump for sure.
It has started. The quantum banking system is running side by side with Swift. Has it switched over?
Okay. Swift.
It's running side by side. So a lot of things are getting ready to come into play in a quick amount of time. And like I
wait on God to flip the switch to turn it on.
We always said that this was going to be biblical, and I believe Passover is coming.
Biblical.
Easter's coming. These will be big boom days for and there's going to be a lot of events this week, I think, to happen and unfold. And I think by week's end, you probably see the military on the border.
Oh God!
People in. We can't. I mean, that's out of control down there, and they have no way of controlling it. Zero, because their stupid freaking policies just want to let them come in, and then they don't even ask them to leave.
Well, not only that, it was believed to begin with that the DHS, Department of Homeland Security, all that stuff was cleaned out properly, and we've all heard Trump confess to that the swamp was much deeper than he thought. And having said that, DHS is full of it still. Border security is full of it still. Guys, these guys are getting their palms greased.
So the good guys are also the bad guys, except for anybody who's with Trump or his clone.
The things that are going back and forth across that border and the people, and it's just evil abound. Someone made a comment that they were. I've heard the same thing about Wolf hadn't been in charge, even though he says that they say he's in charge of PA in a long time, like over a year. I've heard the same thing. I've heard that about several governors.
What the hell was that noise, Mariah?
CNN. Somebody said Trump was already in charge of CNN. I believe that as well, because I've heard it as well. I've heard it from very reputable people.
I said this, I'll say it again, that Fox News is programming ever since that girl came over to Fox News. They have gone spiritual on it. I'm telling you that it's all it's religion based. It's switched. It like flip of a switch. So I am watching a little bit of it now.
Same thing I said.
I watch Tucker and I watch Hannity, and the 5 at 5 is all I watch. The rest of the time, I just have it on and let the ticker go across to see if there's been any arrests. But from what I gather, just watching that, in an hour's time watching something, I'll see 5 to 6 commercials talking about Christian stuff now. So I believe that switch has been switched on Fox. Now, if it's been switched on CNN, that's enough. They're going to have to remove some of the people at CNN, not the network. Do you follow what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Because there's a crazy driver and with the steering wheel doesn't make the channel bad. It's just the people programming your head is making it bad. So Don Lemon and Cuomo's brother, they all got to go. They need to bring new people in and new producers in and produce the right news. So we'll just see how that plays out. But, I would admit the skies have been pretty blue here the last few days too. We've had some really nice weather.
Yeah, I agree with you.
That's all we went through is we've had some really nice weather at the very end.
I love Greg Gutfield and the rest of them, but
these are the greatest explanations I've ever heard about anything in my life.
I can only stomach so much of Juan.
Oh, I know, but that's his job on there. It's their job to beat him up every day. He leaves with a black eye every day. So I don't have no sympathy for him at all.
Oh, I didn't see.
When they bring Donna Brazile on, they go to her ass just as good too. I was upset when they hired her, but they were trying to go down a different route at that point.
Well, actually, Donna Brazile was hired for protection purposes because she knows what happened to Seth Rich, and she knows who did it.
Yes.
Okay. She also knows about the questions at the debate in 2016.
She has a lot of dirt behind her.
Yes, absolutely. So that was a part of Donna being hired. We do believe that DJT orchestrated some of that.
Absolutely. And like I said, it's all going down in Texas. That is, how would I say? I want to say Nancy is a trump card, but that's the military card right now. That is the sound of the trumpets.
Two of Charlie's informers. I don't know that they're informers.
It'll become such a
they actually probably watch Charlie and Simon. These people watch them and just repeat shit, basically.
At that, with the chaos, guys, is when you'll see
what's
Nancy,
gotta happen
the trump card played.
Here's a couple of scenarios. What will have to happen in order for the
Charlie's waiting on God to flip a switch right now.
Not as bad as they could be, but they're going to get worse.
Are you really Mike Jones?
There's going to be a couple of people murdered in there, and that's going to be the thing to bring the military in because they can't control it. You see what I'm saying? Something drastic has to happen. There's been shootings in Boulder today, a mass shooting at a King's grocery store there. Don't know if it's false flag or.
All of this intel's to throw the enemy off. I don't know about that. They get this intel from everybody else. I don't know about Charlie's medical. I heard Charlie was having a medical condition, but I was also told by his insurance club, or his insiders club insurance, his insiders club that that he's been on there talking to him. That he's not actually. I don't know if he's really in the hospital. Who? Mike Jones.
MK Ultra. All people in Colorado aren't crazy. I lived there for quite a while. There's some really good people in Colorado, but some really stupid people running it. But I just pray for all the people in Boulder today. A police officer lost his life. We don't know what that surrounds that. There's not a lot of intel behind what happened. All they're saying is 5-6 people lost their lives and a police officer.
Okay.
Don't know if they caught the guy or he's still active.
They got him.
It only happened like a couple of hours ago. So you know how when you first hear about something, it's one thing, then it's another thing a few hours later. So only time will tell, and we'll see what's going on. But as I was watching last night, if we're going to speak about for a minute about the shooting there, I was watching Scott McKay. Gosh, I can't remember.
There he is, Scott McKay. I was watching Scott McKay
from not China, but across the water's name. Christina, not
Kirsten.
She's the Chinese intel lady.
Kristen.
She's the Chinaman, but with a joiner. You know what I'm talking about.
She was on there.
Oh, no.
The last 3 supposed murderers in these mass shootings. And she said, now take a look at them. Here's them in the interviews. This guy, all 3 of them, don't look strong enough to pick up a gun. More or less murder a bunch of people.
That's what we're... Now listen, like an 8, 9, 10-year-old kid can handle an AR pretty accurately. I've watched 12 and 13-year-olds handle an AK overseas. Not very accurately, but still handle an AK overseas. You're not going to tell me, like she did show the Parkland shooter and how he was like freaking out during the interview room and he acted like he was pretty fucking crazy. But you're not going to tell me he couldn't pick up and handle a gun. Obviously he could.
Or MK Ultra brainwashed into thinking they did it.
They think she has intel. It's a fucking joke.
C_A. C_A.
What's C_A? Sounds a lot like CIA. That's weird.
But you got to know that even when they were interviewing the teacher, she said, "Well, I'd seen the shooter. He was in armor, body armor, and there was more than one shooter, but there was only one kid, and he don't look like he could have raised his hand up. He looked like he was about 98 pounds soaking wet." I'm just saying, this is how they use that stuff and brainwash kids, and into believing they did something they didn't even do. That's horrible that they do this to people, and that's the CIA. I pray for them.
Tony from Veritas Machine swears she used to be that. Filthy mouth. Fuck you. I mean, I'm sorry. I have Tourette's. Fuck shit. I can't. Goddamn. I can't. You guys tell her I can't.
Sherry, that's a good question. At one time, it was mentioned that 24 governors were heavily involved enough with the FRAUD that they would be arrested. Okay. Now we're hearing that it's going to be a completely new government from the ground up.
If it is it going to go back where we have 13 states and the rest have to rejoin like we heard one time before?
I think so, but it won't be quite the same process. Yes, we'll go back to the 13 territories from what I understand.
And then you'll have to apply to become with the Republic of the United States to get your flag for your state and everything like that. We might have new names for states. Who knows?
Happy birthday, Mindy.
There's big things coming. And I didn't even notice it, but in that speech, remember when they asked Trump, "What are you smiling?" And he had all the military people with him in that room, and he said it's the calm before the storm. But before he said that, nobody even noticed. He went just like this. He made.
Okay, Trump does make some stupid fucking hand movements. It's a lot of like he does a circle, like. Basically what he's doing is he circles people, a group of people, and then he points, right? And I think he's trying to make more people feel like he's pointing on them.
The sign of the Q. And let me and Mike say this.
Bear or beer, both.
The special is SHIT. Mike said he didn't get into it 2 minutes before they tried to blame the Capitol stuff on the QAnons. He said, I had watched about 30 minutes. I said, well, they're trying to call it a little down the middle. Mike's messing me back. This is crap, man. I'm telling you. They had ticked him off. He messed me about 10 times, about 5 minutes. Man, I bet he didn't even. Did you watch it all?
I promise you, it wasn't 7 minutes. I had to stop. Because I was blowing you up about every little thing.
Man, this is all wrong.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yep. So I mean, that stuff on HBO.
Too bad that heavy breathing is an Olympic sport.
We all know HBO.
Or meat sweats. Okay. That'd be a good one.
25th Amendment. Be careful what you wish for. 45. Don't know if she's taking over. Is it still the plan, or they're going to let it go that far? It sounds like
go that far.
This is pretty much at the end of the deal here.
Yeah,
I think reconstructive surgery to look just like his brother. That's my favorite part for tonight.
He's going to step in and just expose it all here in a minute.
Meat hammer.
Because it's HBO's the CIA. You bet you they are. Anything to do with Hollywood. I'm telling you that I'm sitting here watching. I tell one of the shows I like to watch is The Blacklist. They do Q drops in Blacklist. The other week they were talking about the border shut down and the tunnels are shut down under the border, but you can still use our submarine that runs underneath. I'm like, what? And then I was watching one last night, and there was other Q drops. Like, I mean, why would they refer to that kind of stuff?
Safe travels, picking up your wife.
They had clones in the show. They were showing how clones worked. And I was like, really?
Oh, God.
Yeah, Tanty, I think that's Miss Carolyn.
Slip in the N-word. Yeah. I like that. What do you call that one? What'd you call them, Mike? That color, that, and then boom, N-bomb.
I hope that's how I pronounce your name, but yeah, I couldn't stomach. 7 minutes is all I could take of it.
Who's that? That Chinaman with the joiner that Scott McKay runs around with.
Yeah, I don't think I watched 30 minutes.
I would have had to buy a new TV to go any further.
I think nobody has seen the old golfer dude since his accident. Not even a picture, as far as I can find. I would say that he's under protection right now.
They said James Woods, not Tiger Woods, buddy. James Woods. Why would James Woods play Joe Biden? James Woods is fucking red pilled as hell. He has one of the funniest Twitter accounts.
The other one you're mentioning that dribbles a ball, I think he's been exposed for who he was. And
LeBron.
We've seen the last of him.
RW very well could be alive. I do not have any solid thoughts.
Who the fuck is RW?
A gut instinct.
He he could be playing a role in some. He's a very good actor.
Absolutely.
I want a Scooby-Doo. Pull the mask off. They got to do a Scooby-Doo with it. It would be great. Look.
Oh, his solo cups. Yeah, first of all, he's definitely the type of person who saved solo cups for several years. Second of all, the color system is definitely a code.
$39.95. We're going to show you who all the actors were that portrayed other presidents, the vice presidents. We're going to pull all their masks off one by one, but we're going to have a little poll like they do on them stupid shows. You hit 1, 2, or 3 to find out what actor it is. That would just be great.
The IRS does not belong to the United States. It is no longer operational on the federal level, as far as we know.
Okay. No longer.
Off of sovereign. It was moved off of.
So if you haven't paid your taxes already, don't do that. That's a bad idea. Don't do that.
A couple of years ago.
Look, constant helicopter activity over an airport. Suspicious as fuck. You should have seen about every 20 minutes a plane lands. Holy shit. Oh, I got you. RW, Robin Williams.
Below Colonial Heights, isn't it? Isn't that Fort Lee down there? That's why you got a lot of helicopter activity.
He's telling us Hulk Hogan is coming to save the children. Hey, brother, get out of this tunnel.
How can they were talking about flying them up to the Canadian border. How does that make any sense to process them? How does that make any sense? You're just wasting money that we don't have.
Now, the Hulk Hogan might come on the channel and drop the N-word. He's been known to do that.
It's got to stop. But like I said, look for more of Trump on phone calls, not telling you the plan, but telling you how bad things are and how much longer can this really go on. He wants to lead it up to, and that's what he's.
Hey, you want to see something that makes me look like Doug? Hold on, check this out. If I go to my full cam right here, okay, there's a filter that takes my beard off, okay? And what it does is it turns my beard, it turns my beard into skin tone. So watch this. Oh no! Oh. Sorry for that, guys. I apologize. Back to normal now. It doesn't know where my beard ends. It gives me like 9 chins and like a sack down at the bottom. Ooh, it's bad.
He's doing. If you watch the interviews, I watched both of them. He's talking about how bad things are and how they just got away from everything he was doing. He had made deals. They wouldn't even take these MS-13 people back. But
this is my superhero costume.
Humanitarian aid and money to their countries. Oh,
I'm Patriot back alley beater. This is my alternate ego.
They were glad to take all of them back. Well, Biden stopped all of that. And then, the border walls wouldn't fix, and he relaxed everything down there, and he's turned it into a big poop hole. I don't know.
Those helicopters were there carrying supplies to the ships off the shore.
Yeah, but big things are coming.
I don't know.
I mean, we've been saying for a while big things are coming, and guys, you just have to hold the fork in line, like Scott Massey says.
Absolutely.
We know the destination. We just don't know the exact journey. Okay. Yeah. I know that the amount of child trafficking that's going on with them kids we just seen in Project Veritas video is not going to be allowed to continue to happen. I don't care who's in charge.
Once that gets out to the main media channels, which you don't see it on there yet, but it's going to be on there soon.
They can't ignore it.
They can't ignore it. Just like that guy when he stood up there in that tower and he says, "I'm not coming down. We found body parts down here."
That's right.
I didn't see it on the news, but it made all.
You can't ignore that. That guy that stood in that tower, body parts, and you didn't see it on the news, but just trust my very scattered recounting of the story. It was horrible.
All the local news around there, it made it all the way around the country on Telegram. Millions of people seen it.
Whenever I accidentally fall asleep on stream, this is the one I use.
Government, and I'm talking about
you can't even tell the difference.
Departments that are on the take, and they all need to be exposed too. And like Mike said, from Border Patrol to ain't no telling.
I have no idea what he's talking about. I have no fucking idea what he's talking about. I think he just makes the shit up, and no one knows what he's talking about. And they're just like, "Yeah, Doug, preach it, man." Yes, this one's from Newport News, Virginia, and this one's from. Damn it, there is a. I'll think of it in a minute. It's in North Carolina. It is. I can't remember, but you'll never catch me sleeping, eyes wide open.
How many of them sheriffs down there on the border? And I'm not saying they're all bad, but some of them are. You know what I mean? They're letting it happen.
Newbern, Newbern, North Carolina, Newbern, and Virginia Beach, Virginia.
Yeah, I agree. The mainstream media already knows that it's happening. They just haven't been given it as a 4 a.m. talking point. Guys, if you'll notice in the morning news, man, you can flip through the channels and they're all saying the exact same things, almost the exact same sentences, and including the weather people.
Okay.
Yeah. This is nothing but
same news, same sentences, weather people. Makes perfect sense.
Over and over and over again. So whatever you hear on the news, basically take that, turn it upside down. You'll be close to the truth. Pretty much.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
God damn, these guys are idiots.
Their dad didn't care nothing about it. We'll find.
Listen to that breathing, dude.
You to know right now. On Telegram, that guy's not JFK Jr. He's selling coins, but he does have nice intel that sounds great. Don't get your heart set on that JFK's alive. Everything's pointing that way, but there's going to be a lot of things that are misinformation. They're not going to bring Elvis in as vice president either. But, there's no telling who's alive.
Sorry, I got to take this FaceTime with Trump. Give me just a minute.
I even heard somebody say that they actually that was a clone that got killed and not JFK. So, there's no telling. We've been lied to our whole lives, so we don't know what's real and what's fake at this point. The corruption in the swamp. He's alive. Who's alive? JFK Jr. I think he is too. In my heart, I want to believe.
Too. I can tell he's alive from here.
Of him, and
I can see him with my own eyes, and I've never lied to you.
Chance that Lady Diana, Queen Diana, is around.
Queen Diana as well.
In a coincidence that or a change.
Big D Diana.
Picture disappeared from the internet,
Along with a military flight to London.
Yeah, she came over on one of their military.
This looks more. This looks more like Mike. If I had some really white teeth.
The fake news and those guilty of treason to shape the public narrative prior to by providing falsehoods will fail, guys. Truth to light. No sleep in D.C.
Truth to light.
Like I think we said this a couple of nights ago.
Truth to light in D.C.
And can't wait for something to happen. Imagine all the people that haven't been arrested yet.
That's exactly right. Imagine those people that are waiting to get arrested by Patriot Manbeard over here. Patriot Manbeard, you cannot tell me I'm not a patriot anymore. Patriot Manbeard, I will be there to make the arrest of P_Losi, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink.
And know they did something wrong. You know, you think they're getting any sleep? They're thinking that SWAT's about to knock their door down, or special forces at any minute, and it doesn't matter where they are, whether they're in DC or not. Don't
you've lost it? They don't actually follow any of the drops. They just follow Scott McKay and 107 and all those people. They don't follow any drops.
Right?
No sleep till Brooklyn.
Nobody in the Senate, or if they haven't been arrested and are under house arrest at this point, they can't leave the country. Do you know what I mean? The word is that Feinstein did get out of the country and went to China.
She didn't just leave. She was exiled.
Juan
is definitely not JFK.
No. Somebody put taxes are high, zippers are low.
Vincent Fusca. He's on Facebook, guys. Follow that person. Vincent Fusca.
All right, let's try it. Bet. Duplicate tab. Vincent Fusca. I'm sure they would spell it wrong, so. Vincent Fusca. I wonder which one it is. Is it this guy? He's got to be so based. Well, there's a Liberty Bell. There's some Petalwood. There's some Donald Trump Jr. There's a guy running around. Is this him? Oh, I think we have a match. I think we have a match. Jesus Christ, whose tits are those? Oh, okay. She's just sticking them out there for the whole world. I'm sorry. They look bigger than what they were. Thank you, Vincent Fusca. I'm here. I'm here for my red pilling. I do appreciate you doing this for all us Patriot Manbeards out here. Why are there two of them? Here's another one that only has. Who's this guy? How many are there? Let's see if there's a page. Vincent Fusca. Vincent's official Facebook page. Vincent official. Donald J. Trump. Okay, Fusca. What about groups? Maybe. Let's do posts. Vincent Fusca posts. No legislating laws and what they say. Rules. I'm going to hang out with this guy. Thank you, Vincent Fusca. You are a warrior. Let's see what this one is. Maybe it's that guy. Is that the one I just friended? Oh, I did. That's my guy. I think we got him. Thank you, Rockets.
All right, I got that stuff. You want to read it or you want to go without it tonight? It's up to you, Mike.
Let's go without it tonight.
Okay, I mean, it's up to you. I want to read some more in that book.
I definitely will start tomorrow night out by reading that, Doug. I think that's a great idea. I mean, not tomorrow night,
we
but
ought to do a
Wednesday
little
night.
biblical stuff every night before we get into
absolutely.
the show.
Yeah.
We'll answer a few more
Some
questions.
biblical stuff.
We're going to not try to make the shows as long. I mean, when we got a lot of material, we don't mind going an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes. But right around an hour, we're going to try to keep them to now. That way, guys, we don't start losing people's interest and stuff like that. Barron is exceptionally tall for 15 years old. The kid is like 6'3".
He's highly intelligent. You're right.
He plays 5D chess with his dad.
Oh,
Cool picture of him and his dad.
5D chess. That makes sense.
I guess dad was taking him for an ice cream.
Rob, that video's been removed, sir.
Which video?
The one
Here.
he's asking for on screen. You just had his comment up there.
Uh-oh. Hold on. What is it? 109. Let's go back just a little bit. 109.28. 109.05.
Really tall for 15 years old. The kid is like 6'3".
I've often wondered if he is the ladder man. Can you share the Diana video where you said she was alive and walking with the military? It's been deleted. They don't want you to see that.
Out in the Rolls Royce, I guess.
They don't want you to have that.
Rob, that video's been removed, sir.
Which video?
The one he's asking for on screen. You just had his comment up there.
I don't know which video it is.
Rob Grove. The comment you just had on screen. There you go. There was a video online yesterday of her and the military escort and from the airport, at the airport, and that video has been removed.
No, okay.
Down quick. I wanted to see it. But there are some pictures.
No, Barron is not Diana's son.
I'm going to start the Toad News Network. Dude, I think I could do a recorded video and play both of these guys. But, man, YouTube just fucking hates me. Hates me when I talk shit about these people.
I think Barron is Trump's kid. But she's definitely...
Melania, exactly right.
Yeah, there's, like we said, we don't know what's true, what's not. You know what I mean?
Gene Decode is a high-level naval intelligence.
Yes.
Negative.
Right.
Negative. Negative.
Knows a lot about the aliens.
Negative.
People don't want to admit they are. They're here, folks.
Negative.
They're underground. They've been here.
Gene Decode's a hack.
Thousands of years. We've heard there's at least 12 species.
Yeah, the problem is if I had a bigger YouTube community, I would try to move them somewhere else. But man, I just need to be able to be found in searches, which is happening, and I need to be able to. I need to be able to keep my videos up, not get struck down. Keep one channel until I build. I'm trying to get to 10K. I'm at almost 2K. I'm trying to get to 10K, and then I want to branch out and have like one show a week on a different platform. That way, if something ever happens, we'll already have it ready to go.
Colonies of them live on the dark side of the moon. Isn't there an album like that, Dark Side of the Moon? And they live on Mars too. What was funny is they were talking about a month ago, and they were showing, these are live pictures of the Mars. And the guy zooms in and he goes,
these are live pictures of the Mars. These are live pictures of what? The Mars. Okay.
Damn, look, there's flies on Mars. Take it for what it's worth. Not everything you see is real. You know, like I told you, we never went to the moon with none of them rockets. They never landed on the moon. They did with anti-gravity aircraft, and they're as real as you want to be. Half of them UFOs everybody's seeing is our military planes, okay? They just haven't been released to the public. Them are our planes. They're anti-gravity, which means they basically can sit just and hover like a helicopter and then go to like 5,000 miles an hour within like a half a mile.
So Rob, watch Richard Grinnell, okay? He has that information that you're talking about. I can't say
Yeah, I tried to get in their beta program, Beverly, but they wouldn't let me in.
On Rob Grove. He has that information. Richard Grinnell has that information, and it will be fully exposed, okay? He was the one carrying that football when it first came about, when the president you're talking about first ran.
You know what? You think they will expose Obama's real name and where he was born? Bush raised him. You know what I often think about? These people that right now are building up massive followings like Brad. Now, when this all turns out to be true, he ought to lose all of his following because he made all of his following on lies. But I guarantee you he'll keep that whole motherfucker. Me sitting here at $2,000, him sitting there at fucking $100,000, 100,000, and thinking, damn, this YouTube thing's easy. I started it 2.5 weeks ago. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's crazy.
He has all that information. All that will be exposed. Yes, sir.
Like the Jetsons, yeah.
We think that in the movie on Freedom Day that he actually escaped to Kenya. Is what
He
was
escaped.
being reported by some folks in the some anons.
He escaped to Kenya.
Well, what we were going to read in one of the chapters I was going to read, but we're not going to do it tonight. It talks about the apocalypse. It's not the end of the world.
If you missed that, it's the apocalypse. The epoch of licks. It's like a pack of licks, but it's a pock of licks.
It's absolutely not. What it is the biggest war of the world, which is good versus evil.
Probably.
Brennan is the force behind the OB.
Yep, he sure did. $70,000.
Barry Sorotos. Okay. Brennan is, but he was raised by the Saudis.
The fly that landed on Pence's head wasn't real. It was a tiny clone, and the guys admitted that they did it, and they said it did it to somebody else, but it didn't work. But it worked on Pence. But it was actually it wasn't a real fly. It was a miniature drone.
Okay.
Stop. That's pretty cool stuff. But they did it on purpose because he was that was the clone at that point anyway. He's been dealt with.
Oh, that was the Pence clone.
Oxygen. Let's just put it that way. So, guys, it's been about 1 minute and 14, 13 seconds. We'll answer a few more questions, and then we're going to call it a night.
He just said their whole video has been 1 minute and 14, 13 seconds. Okay.
There's not a lot of news tomorrow. We'll be back Wednesday. I just look for things to get more busy as the days go on from here.
And when we say busy, we're talking about straight up chaos, guys. It's going to look like chaos. All right. That's always the way DJT operates. Is it looks like chaos to the average person, but it's controlled chaos to him.
Who says? When's the last time you saw him take over a country secretly?
Well, he's right out of the playbook, The Art of War.
I enjoy a pack of licks. Me too.
Your enemy thinks you're far
Walmart's.
away. So when you're far away, it's just the opposite. When you're far away, let them think you're far away and you're close. And when you appear close, you're far away. And that's what he does with the clones. They think he's down in Florida. He's not down.
He's not breathing hard for someone who had like a very sensitive microphone sewn to the inside of their left lung. No. But for a normal human using a microphone, absolutely.
I bet he ain't been there 3 hours or 4 hours total since the swearing in ceremony. He's only been down there for pictures and gone. And then his brother, I was telling Mike for this, gosh, if it's his brother and they did some plastic surgery as a double, can you imagine his brother? Hey, can you take one for the clipper? You're down there to get shot at. What else is your job?
Mindy, you're absolutely right. The pollen is real today.
How much longer before this comes out? You'll have to ask God. He said a season. The season's up. So I would look for things.
You'll has to ask God.
War has already started. It had to have.
When the one after the other is the way it's going to happen.
Though. On Sunday, Nasara started.
Big false flags are already started.
Enjoy the show. I know it's been a ship show at some points, and we just got to hold a fork in line, and it's hard. It would be harder for me and you guys on here if we didn't come on 4 or 5 nights a week, sometimes 6 nights a week and talk to you guys because it helps us settle us down.
Oh, okay. Especially when I want one of them sugar highs.
Happens, or we look for things to happen or try to figure out and decode what's going on. There's more Q drops. So what's going on? Is this real? Is this real? Is this fake? You know, it's a good way to get your anxiety out, to come on here and talk about it. Do you know what I mean? And just know it's a place you can come and not be ridiculed. Share with your friends. We're all friends here. We all love each other. We all believe in God and believe God's in charge 100%. And that's the way you just have to feel about what's going on right now. Know that God's in charge, and God's
in charge. God's flipping the switch. God's using Trump.
David in the Bible. At this point, God could have took and put himself in Trump. Who knows what he's capable of doing? I'm pretty sure if he can take bones that are dried up and turn them back into people again and an army, I'm sure he can take over somebody's body pretty easy if he wanted to, too.
Well, he lives in all of us.
His spirit lives in all of us.
That's right.
And the things in the chapters that have been taken out of the Bible are going to be put back in. And that parts of the Bible are about belief and about how to use God in your life and how to open that up in your mind, which has been held back from us, thinking that we needed to attend church and we need to give the church money. And where did all that money go going to the church? I don't even want to go down that road, but just believe in God, believe in the Bible, keep one close to you.
Amen. Amen.
But we're going to wrap it up, guys.
Okay. You better.
Mike, start taking 1 tablespoon of honey from bees with some pollen, and you should start building some immunity.
Thank you, Mindy. I needed that reminder. Absolutely.
And I'll get my personal nurse on that a little bit. Tell him what to take. Look, she's got me on all kind of stuff, man. Vitamin C, vitamin D, and then all this other stuff. I take it. I feel like a new man after all what happened to me. Shoot. Anyways, guys, we love you. We thank you guys for coming on.
Oh, God.
Listening to us, listening to our opinions. Look for Texas is the reason that the military takes over. Would you agree with it, Mike? That's the out for the military. So keep your prayers with our military.
That's the big national security thing we've been looking for.
Keep your prayers with our military, our sheriffs, our policemen. Pray for them because there's going to be some more. You hate to say it, things that like happened up in Boulder today. There's going to be more of them to come, and we just pray we don't lose many more people. We don't want to I'll pray to God that don't happen. But anyways, we're praying for you. We love you. We'll see you Wednesday night. If something breaking, we'll be again on tomorrow night. If something big should happen, I will go live 24 hours a day. It doesn't matter. That's what we're here for, guys, to help settle you back down. But anyways, we love you, and we'll see you Wednesday night. Bye.
That's it, guys. That's their video for the night, and that's going to be mine, too. I got to do some stuff and try to make sure, please make sure you're subbed to this channel on YouTube. This is my backup channel. We're going to be here for 2 weeks. Facebook, you're fine. D-Live, you're fine. No trouble there. I'm going to call it an early night tonight because I've got to order some stuff on Amazon. I've got to try to spread this channel out everywhere, and I've got to fix the bot for this channel for the next 2 weeks. Yeah, thank you for joining us tonight. If you want a sticker, I just got a shit ton more. Go order a sticker at KULTKLUB.com/merch. Thank you for the donations tonight. There were Beverly tipped through the regular system, and then we got a couple tips that came through the buymeabeer.com. They were, let me see, let me make sure I get them all. Joel, it was just Joel. Thank you for the tip. Put this towards your king size med bed. And then Mike Jones from last night that I missed. Thank you guys. I've got some videos people sent in that I got to cover on the next show. I'll be sure to get to those. And yeah, thank you for hanging out with me. Make sure that you're subscribed and got the bell on for this channel because 2 weeks I'll be here unless something happens. I appealed it. Hopefully something happens. We'll see. I'm not for sure, but we'll see you on the next one, guys. Thank you very much. You guys have a good night. I appreciate it. Oh, I can bust the chest, too. If D-Live, if you want to stick around, I'll bust the chest open.
Here we go. I think I started some shit. Piss him off. It's about to get lit. Get the bass in them beds. You know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. I used to find clues too when I was high on shrooms. I found myself a tunnel that led to Jason Q's bedroom. Open his closet, I found some of his meat rockets.
Thank you guys. I appreciate you following me around, even though I'm not even on the right fucking channel. Thank you guys. I do appreciate that.
Trump in between, put on a light coat of baby oil and saluted the troops. He tapped me on the shoulder and said, "This is gonna be it." Whoa.
I'll bust a chest now.
What? I'll get my files. Wait, what are you doing? Stop. Hold on. Fucking stop. Dude, come on. Seriously. This is my mom's an alcoholic. Oh, give me oh my God. Damn it. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in them bets, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in them bets, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet.
There you go, guys. Thank you, D-Live, for the donations. There's the chest back out, and I appreciate everybody hanging out with me tonight. Thank you.
Things are getting rocking, he was doing so well. It's all over, hands on his shoulders, they ringing his bell. You got problems that no damn research, they rework and copy on cocks that came first. Ninth inning, second string, and they acting like they know hitters. Ass on slow and bullshit, sending bronze to the shitter. All this nonsense on my conscience.
Hi, Joanne. You still look like a cunt even at the end of the show. Oh, big mad. You big mad.
Meaning is bullshit. Will Bird motherfuckers out here busting the grifts. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in them bets, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in them bets, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet.
You don't have those guts, cause you're a
Tried to sneak it in there right at the end. No one will notice me here. Okay.
I won't even give out your dime store handle, because that's really pathetic.
All right, guys. Love you. See you. Bye. See you on the next one.
But I can tell you this about if this douchebag.
I am a dipshit. That's for sure.